It is definitely a different kind of campaign this cycle. Partly it is because 8 years ago, the Never Trump movement, as anemic, frankly, as it was at the time, was still something. It has all but disappeared now. Yeah, and what's so interesting too is we talk about the evolution of where the party is. It is almost as though 8 years later, as the Washington Post puts it, Donald Trump is finally getting the coronation that he never had in 2016. You look at somebody like Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, talk about the Never Trump movement. He describes himself as a never Trump guy, and now here he is on the Trump Vance ticket, Tom.
Yeah, it is quite interesting. And we're going to have some surprises, right? We're going to see Melania Trump, as you mentioned, the former First Lady, for the first time this convention. She's going to be here in the House. Ivanka Trump and Jared, all three of them have taken a largely, sort of backseat this time around in the campaign. They were so crucial at that first campaign. But time changes. You spend a lot of time in politics, spend time in D.C. Sometimes you like it, sometimes you don't like it, right? And some of them, I know, Hallie Jackson, you are D.C. all over. But some people, it's not for them. And clearly for that faction of the family, it wasn't for them. But they'll be here tonight. They'll be out there supporting him. And of course, everyone's going to tune in for that speech. And the big question, will we see that new Donald Trump, or will it be the classic Donald Trump that's really gotten him this far? But after that experience on Saturday, maybe he has changed.
And I do want to be clear here. I think that based on the conversations we've both been having, I don't know that it will be one extreme or the other. I don't know that it's going to be a clean division between again, quote unquote, I say this in heavy quotes, new Donald Trump, especially because this is somebody who has been on the national stage for 8 years. We know the rhetoric from American Carnage in his inauguration speech in 2017 to what he's talking about at rallies even more recently, a more ominous tone, warning of a nation in crisis. Now, Eric Trump is telling our Garrett Hayes that this speech will be more positive, but he will still go after, I'm told, President Biden and the Biden agenda. After all, that's what this is all about. And what's interesting, too, when I'm talking with delegates on the floor, I was over in Michigan a little bit ago, what comes up? The Democrats and the division inside the Democratic Party right now is President Biden himself faces a political crisis.
I'm going to ask Mark Wingo, one of our famous photographers here, to just pan right if you can, Mark. I want to get those Texas delegation. The cowboy hats are waving. And I do that because look who's here, one of our favorite Texans. I was just talking about the Texas delegation, man. Your people are over there. So do you have a 10-gallon hat, Garrett? Have you been known to wear one?
I do have a 10-gallon hat, although it's not polite to wear it inside. I'm not going to tell them that, but we're just not going to do that.
But when it comes to political reporting, you're not all hat, no cattle. We know you got the goods. What are your sources telling you in the Republican Party?
Look, my sources in the Republican Party have never felt better about where they are in the Trump era. I mean, the civil war that we've all reported on for the last 8 or 10 years appears to be functionally over. I mean, Donald Trump, after he lost the White House, I think there was a real moment of crisis for the party where they really couldn't figure out what direction they were going. But frankly, ever since the indictment in New York a little more than a year ago, when he started to pull away from the rest of the pack in the primary race, there's been no meaningful dissent in the party about the direction they were going, and Democrats have only helped them, I think, get to this point in terms of the chaos on that side. The people I talked to in the Trump campaign feel like the only way they're going to lose this is if they trip over their own feet, basically.
I'm curious, because of the assassination attempt, where does he go from here after the convention? What does the campaign calendar look like for him? Is he going to slow down? Do the events get smaller?
I think we've probably seen the last outdoor event that we're going to see for the Trump campaign. Yeah, I mean, look, I would never say never with Donald Trump, but they've already advised the next event in Grand Rapids. That's going to be in an indoor arena. We saw a lot of those smaller events during the primary. A lot of his campaign advisors preferred those events anyway. The big rallies are hugely expensive and not especially well targeted. If you do a big rally in Iowa and 5,000 of the 10,000 people who come are from Illinois or Indiana or drive over, you're not hitting the voters you want to hit. So I think there's probably a desire to be smaller, safer, more focused, save some money. Also, I think we might see him be not especially active in the next couple of weekends if the chaos in the Democratic Party continues. Basically, by going golfing and staying out of the headlines for the 10 days before this convention, post-debate, Donald Trump let the focus be on Joe Biden and on Democrats' struggles to kind of get their act together as a party. They may very well do the same thing here, focus on raising money, talking, doing finance events, let J.D. Vance improve his skills at this, and stay out of Joe Biden's way for a little bit.
The crowd going wild right now, not for Garrett Haake, but Tucker Carlson just taking the stage right now here at the Republican National Convention. It's actually interesting. After Joe Biden's inauguration, I spoke to a lot of Republicans, about maybe 20 or 30 Republicans, to ask who was the next face of the party. And I can't tell you how many people mentioned Governor Ron DeSantis. They mentioned others, but they also mentioned Tucker Carlson. He has a huge following in the conservative movement. He has since left his perch in cable news. He is doing his own thing right now, taking sort of a different track in the way he wants to cover events and things like that, but still incredibly popular here. He was also in the VIP box with former President Trump on night one. So Tucker Carlson here at the convention, and I think we're going to have much more to come from the Republican National Convention.
OneMain's actually looking out for me after a series of events that were uncontrolled. The stress was incredible. If I can't even pay my own bills, how am I going to be able to support my family? Instead of having 4, 5, 6 monthly bills, I was just down to 1. With OneMain, my confidence level went way up.
Tell Congress to stop the Durbin Marshall money grab for Walmart and Target.
So Andrew, it's been...
Concerned about high interest rates? Then you should know your FICO score. A higher FICO score can save you money by helping you secure better interest rates. At MyFICO, you get access to the score used by 90% of the top lenders. Get your FICO score for free at
Lester Holt, America's most trusted TV news anchor. The NBC News
talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying now? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood, the hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, live. Welcome to Hood View Politics, where we go into a deep, detailed dive into politics from a hood point of view. I'm Rabbit Jones, and tonight we dig into the Republican convention, baby. Tonight is the night where the orange demon himself speaks after losing his ear, like Mike Tyson and them. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's get back into the convention. You know what I'm saying?
Question. And I have to say, he looked good. He was moving well. He was moving quickly, but he was, in all likelihood, going to prepare for the speech. So the headline there is former President Trump says he's doing good. He's feeling good ahead of his speech tonight. Tom?
Jacob, who's he around today? Have you noticed anybody, some of the notables that are coming to sit with him in the VIP box? We know it's going to be a lot of his family, but who else is he with?
He was next to Jason Aldean, the country music superstar, for much of the night, and that was notable because he was wearing Jason Aldean was wearing a hat and his T-shirt, his signature look. Senator Ted Cruz was also in the box earlier this evening, as was Senator Mike Lee. James Lankford from Oklahoma was also in the box further behind him. And I'm just trying to see if I can get a look right now, but I'm having a hard time seeing from this vantage point. Tucker Carlson's on the stage right now, as you know, Tom, and a lot of the folks here are trying to listen to him.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're kind of using the golf voice, because people do want to listen to what Tucker has to say, especially this room in here. Jacob, I do want to ask you, explain to our viewers the difference between the last 3 nights and tonight, the energy level, the amount of people here, and how it looks like it's definitely the main event.
The energy level, look, the people are excited, Tom. Excuse me for 1 second, Tom. Sir, go ahead. Sure. Yeah, thank you very much. Tom, the folks here are asking us to move a little bit. I'm going to take a little move this way. We'll come back to you in just a second because folks are really intent on listening to Tucker Carlson.
Jacob, no worries, man. We get it. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come right back live from the Republican National Convention.
All right. Tonight, things are going on tonight, right? Not only that, former President Trump is giving a speech. Not only that, you got Hulk Hogan giving a speech, and UFC owner Dana White. Now, again, this is really coming down to 2 things here, bro. Class warfare for sure. It's just, bro, it is not like me and my man had a debate on who's working class, right? But this right here is just class warfare completely. It's like, bro, either you with the billionaires and millionaires or you're not. Or you with the racists and bigots or you're not. You know what I'm saying? You with the scream motherfuckers who want to take women's rights away or not. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this option is real. Like, when motherfuckers say this is a real important election, bro, I'm one of the motherfuckers to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You say that shit every year, right? But by the 2025 project, right, the vision that they want, this here is it. This is it, bro. It's like, where do our country go from here? Do we be racist and bigoted or not? And I always said, bro, it's not Biden. It's not whoever running for the Democratic Party. It's not even them. It's the country itself. Is this a racist country? Period. The head of the ticket is a racist. You can go get motherfucking whoever you want to come on the motherfucking joint and say, he's not a racist. It's irrelevant, bro. He's a fucking racist, period. If that's the case, Ku Klux Klan, skinheads, and all the rest of those motherfucking bigots and racists don't know who racists are. Why is he their God then? Pay attention, you dumb motherfuckers. First of all, it comes down to just 2 options. Is this country racist? Period, bro. To me, I've been telling my man, my coat, he'll be in a minute. Number 1 soul, brother. I've been telling him from the beginning, and he been saying from the beginning, that this is class warfare, and it's against, is this country racist? And me personally, I always said, it should be Biden 90-10, bro. It shouldn't even be a close race once the votes are tallied up. If it's close, or if Trump wins, you validate all the black men over the last decades and decades that have been telling people that this country is fucking racist. The police department is fucking racist. The government is fucking racist. When I go to work, when I come home and tell my girl, I don't know, man, I'm gonna keep working there, man. That motherfucking boss racist. She don't believe that. If Trump wins and this shit is close, you validate Everything black men been telling people, the black culture been telling people since the motherfucking beginning of time that this country is fucking racist. If a racist pig can be voted in as president, enough said. Period. Well-known racist, the biggest racist in the world. Fuck America. He's the biggest well-known bigot racist in the world. And if America votes him to be your president, it validates the black culture. Been telling y'all that this fucking country is racist. Period. It ain't no Biden. Oh, it ain't no. I don't give a fuck who they put up. It ain't none of that. It's clear, stark differences in what's the vision of what we're going forward. Do you continue going the way we're going now, peace and prosperity, or we stop everything, take away your health care, start taking away the motherfucking Department of Education, start putting motherfucking politicians in the army, and just stop and start doing a whole bunch, cut all the motherfucking regulations out for the environment, and just stop and return to back to 1940, just and just turn back. It is no way that this country can vote for this motherfucking pig, Orange Demon, and then turn to me as a black man been here for 40-something years, been through the motherfucking war on drugs. I'm a war on drug vet. And you're going to look at me and tell me this country is not fucking racist when the two people on the ticket are about as racist as you get? Stop. It's real simple. It's real simple, my guy.
Taxes. They've done nothing to say they want to control the border. They don't have a clear plan on how to support Israel or our allies abroad. And they've got an energy policy which is going to continue to drive inflation and then actually fund Iran and Russia to fight the wars against us. So, this party here, what you're seeing is coming together. I'll call it the new Republican Party. It's not extremism. It's common sense. That's the thing. If you read the 20-point platform that President Trump has put together, it's hard to disagree with anything on there. And if you read it, they aren't really Republican principles. It's like things that help all Americans.
Governor Doug Burgum, you ready for the balloon drop later on tonight?
Like I said, I think it's going to be exciting. I mean, we've never had someone who's had a near-death experience survive an assassination, have literally been shot, and then come on stage to accept the nomination. But then on top of that, I mean, we got Hulk Hogan, Kid Rock. We got a lot of things coming tonight. I mean, this is must-see TV, and people in America need to tune in tonight.
A couple of brawlers for sure on stage. Governor, thank you so much. Tom, I'll send it back to you.
Here you go, Congressman. All right, we're here live with Florida Congressman Mike Waltz right now on the convention floor. Congressman, thanks so much for talking to us. We always appreciate it. You had a chance to talk with former President Trump. You told me yesterday. Is he ready for his big primetime speech?
Oh, of course. But I love the fact that he is personally rewriting it. I was co-chair of the platform committee. He edited it from 80 pages down to 12. But what I've loved about this convention is truly the Big Ten of the Republican Party has been on display. The first night.
Explain that.
Well, I mean, you've got Amber Rose, you have a head of the Teamsters, you have a priest holding up a cross, and you have a woman chanting in Hindu. And that was just night one.
What's your point of saying that?
I was just so honored to be up with the Gold Star families from Abbey Gate, from the Afghanistan withdrawal, and really for the world to see how frustrated and angry they are. Not only for the questions that they still have, but for something that should have never happened.
You talked to the former president yesterday. Everyone's talking about the speech that he ripped up. He's supposed to give a new speech after what happened on Saturday. Do you think we're going to see a changed Donald Trump?
Well, look, as somebody who's been in combat, having bullets whiz by your head, getting wounded, seeing someone die in front of you changes everyone. That is only human nature. But at the same time, look, I think you have someone who's a fighter. Clearly, that's his persona. But you've also seen
two things here, bro. Matter of fact, let that motherfucker talk.
With the 13 Gold Star families. And they came up to me afterwards and said, he helped me heal. The consoler in chief, I should say.
Do you think voters, especially voters that are undecided, will understand that? Will they, quote unquote, buy it? A couple months ago, the iconic image that Republicans were sending around was the Donald Trump mugshot. And now we're hearing about Grandpa Trump. We're hearing about, he also consoled Governor Huckabee Sanders. It's obviously a strategy. Do you think it's one that's going to connect with voters?
But at the same time, you're seeing everyday Americans identify that. There are people who, across the minority community, don't think the justice system is fair. And so they're identifying with him.
See, again, I was about to let you talk for a while. Then you fucked up. Don't try to say, first of all, yes, the motherfucking system is fucked up. And we've been telling y'all this bullshit for years, decades, right? It's nothing new. You can't wait till you get shot in his ear and act like you like some of this stuff. And then we go on your platform, it's none of that there. Everything is motherfucking Second Amendment rights. Like, come on, man. Let's not. Come on, man. Come on, bruh. If y'all gonna be some motherfucking whatever the fuck, like the lies, fuck the lies. Tell the truth so then you can debate. Say what you want to do. Project 25 is what you want to do. Let's do that. Debate that. They don't act like that's not what you're doing and you're doing some other stuff. Can't nobody debate that because that's not what you're doing.
With Lee Greenwood, and I can say I've been to a lot of Trump rallies over the years, and every single time that Donald Trump goes onto that stage, he plays you. God bless the USA. Number one, when did you first meet Donald Trump?
Well, actually, my wife, Kim, who's over on my left here, she worked for Donald Trump with the Miss Universe organization. Well, she was a Miss Tennessee USA, and she directs Tennessee, Georgia, and Mississippi for Miss USA still. When Donald Trump took the presidency, he had to sell Miss Universe. So that's the first time I met him was during that time. And so we've been married 32 years. So it's quite a while ago.
At what point did he tell you that he wanted to walk out to your song every time that he comes on a campaign stage?
Oddly enough, we never had that conversation. When he started using the song, of course, I heard it on TV and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Another president, because we worked with others who also used God Bless You.
I was going to say, if I'm not wrong, back in the 80s, there was a certain president that also used it.
I'm actually having the Ronald Reagan cufflinks on right now.
Why? What are you talking about Reagan for? Nothing about
Did
this
you think
MAGA
that 40
shit
years later,
is
after
Reagan.
Ronald Reagan, you'd be the one introducing the president of the United States, the former president, and the man that wants to be the president again? When he walked out on Monday night, the first time publicly after being shot of an attempted assassination, you were the one that introduced him to the arena. What was that moment like up there as you played with the band?
Actually, we didn't know he was going to come to the RNC at all after the shooting. But when he told our camp, he said, I want Lee in there Monday. When I come into the arena, I want him to introduce me. And that's a matter of trust because they give me that responsibility for this entire building and the RNC on opening night to make sure everybody knows we love him. He came here that night because we are his people.
When you were singing and introducing him, what was your vantage point during that moment?
I was on the bandstand, which I'll be tonight as well, and I could see him across the arena. I didn't know who he was going to come in with. He actually came in with the VP choice, Vance from Ohio. And at the moment I felt that he was comfortable in the box, that's when I started singing, and then I took my liberty to say what I said. It was a little bit from the heart.
All right, first of all, they had to run him off the stage and fucking cut him off and put the music on because he was talking too fucking long. He's sucking Trump dick more than Trump wanted it. Sucked. It's like, come the fuck on, bro. I'm trying to walk out. You know what I'm saying? What'd it do? What's good? Bruh, Tony.
Oh,
You got something in the background.
yeah, I'm trying to. Hey, I'm trying to stream it up, put it on my Facebook right now. All right, can you still hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what that is. Let me get it off.
Tester, let's say he does. How does Tester defend Biden in any sort of debate?
Come on, no, man, you can come. Come on. Go through. It's a convention. You're a delegate.
And that's now what Biden faces. So, they've been putting out some aggressive talking points. He's apparently angry about how much the pile-on is taking place, but they tried to do this quietly, and now it's going to be noisy.
Yeah. The Democrats from here, they have about a month until their convention. Yeah. Do you think that is hashed out before then? Is that enough time, or do you think it could just all erupt at the convention?
If they let this erupt at the convention, it's then they are going to have a repeat of 68, not necessarily on the outside, but 68 was chaos on the inside because there wasn't a lot of trust in how this nomination process worked. A lot of people felt as if Humphrey should. So there are some older Democrats who look at that and say that's no model. I think this is something that gets agreed upon beforehand, and that the convention itself becomes sort of rubber stamping Harris and whoever she picks as the running mate.
David Plouffe is with us now. David, of course, helped Barack Obama become president twice, helped with the re-election as well.
Hold on.
I want to ask you, when you're the leader of the free world, do you still listen to...
Hold on, let's talk about that. Right?
I'm in.
Let's talk about the fact that they still doing a dropout thing. What do you think about that, bro?
What I think about that is, a few minutes ago, John Tester just called for Trump to drop out. So
what? What are we doing, bro?
I think it's gonna be Harris at the top of the ticket. I don't know who she gonna pick to run with, but I think,
bro, the man say he done going nowhere. What are we doing? Can you explain this?
Obama came out against him.
Like what?
Yeah.
This thing getting out of hand, bro.
I never look.
Like at some point, you discouraging the voter themselves. Like they get it riled up about a person, and then you start telling that person to get out. It's like, now what we fighting? Are we still fighting? Or what's happening? We don't even know what to fight with, and who gonna do the fight. Like you start taking the wind out of ourselves. Now, me and you've been doing this podcast for 2 years, right? And I ain't start off liking Biden. Yes or no?
Now you
I never liked Biden at all, but he was the motherfucking Democrat. What's his name? So let's go. And as time went, yes or no? And now I really like him. I want him to be the candidate. Yes or no? It grew on me over time.
Yeah, he grew on you.
But what are we doing now, though? Like,
man,
it's a confusing situation that's happening because you have a person here that you got he picked his vice president. He did so much sloppy stuff that you could just talk about that. But you letting this convention slide through without nothing.
Nothing.
Other than hitting your candidate itself, your candidate. Like he almost can't recover from the hits you giving him.
He can't. It's over.
You feel me?
I mean,
like the shit
over,
you doing,
and they did him. Hey, look,
you dragging his poll down by you doing what you doing. Because you dragging some Democratic people down. So now his poll number's gonna be down. You cannot, like, I don't know what's going on here with that. That thing.
They're forcing them off the ticket, and they ruining it. And they, man,
what the hell is going on?
What they did them dirty.
Yeah, this is getting out of hand, bro.
Hey, they did them fucked up. Because
what is it?
All the shit he done in an over 50.
He can fuck it up in 4 months. He can do 4 months.
Look, over 50 years, this man have been out here and been in politics.
This fucked up.
He been president. He been vice president, senator. He been one of the longest serving motherfuckers ever. And you're not going to remember him for it. He gonna always from now on be remembered. They took the nomination away from him. They ticket.
Like what?
All the shit, we talk about like violence against women, and shit like that he was behind. You ain't go. And the press is, man, tonight I'm sitting here on NBC. I'm watching the NBC feed. Tucker Carlson is speaking, and the motherfuckers cut away from what they was doing, and the motherfucker actually said the world wants to hear what Tucker Carlson has to say. That's where we at.
Oh, another thing I got a problem with, right? What I'm seeing now, I can't really confirm it until the Democratic convention, right? But what I'm seeing is a lot of fear from the media itself, MSNBC, CNN, their anchors, all the people they sending out. I'm seeing fear. After Trump said he gonna retaliate on all motherfucking you know what I'm saying, press. He want to retaliate on all press. So in their mind, they thinking, I can't be that number one person you hear all the time talking about him. You feel me?
Yeah.
I can't be that person that he targets because I say the stuff that I've been saying for years. I'm gonna have to tone it down and just act like he's actual president. So now they literally normalizing the fact that he's a fucking supposed to be a bona fide candidate now. And he's a racist pig. You normalizing racist pigs, kid. Because now you so scared that you just not even asking him no tough shit. This is amazing. He got shot in his ear, and this looks so good. This might be the best Republican joint ever. That shit. That's what's going on now, my guy.
All right. Let's pick this one apart. The head of CNN and the head of NBC News are Trump supporters and Trump donors. All this Trump shit you getting, and they forcing these motherfuckers to do it. That shit coming from the top. And them motherfuckers want to keep their job. So that's where this shift in the NBC and the way motherfucking CNN just went way to the right with they shit. So
exactly,
it's
fix fear. He told him, I'm gonna get your ass, nigga. I'm getting pressure. I'm getting everybody when I get in there.
But what did I say? What did I say? I said this while it's probably about a month or so ago. That Fox News, Newsmax, OAN, the Great American Channel, some shit. They basically another wing of the party. That's their whole media wing, because they got them 4 joints that's dedicated to conservative politics. That's all the fuck they do. GOP, conservative shit.
If the mainstream or the left leaning joints get complacent, then we done. There's nobody counteracting the bullshit.
Yeah, but the one channel that lean left, MSNBC, the head of NBC,
they complicit because they scared.
Yeah, they scared because the head of NBC News is a Trump donor and a Trump supporter. So
I guarantee you, they talking about Biden right now.
From the top down.
I guarantee you, they ain't talking about this motherfucking convention. They talking about Biden.
I think we got to start with this breaking news, Howie, because it's been a day of rapid developments on this issue of whether President Biden will be the
What did I tell you?
party. You now have multiple.
What did I tell you?
Publicly or privately, as reported by multiple
Pelosi then came out.
President Biden that
Obama
he
came out.
come November, and this real sense that the clock is
Schumer
ticking,
came out.
and that the president is on that clock to make a
Jeffries
decision very
came
soon.
out.
Right as we were coming on the
All
air,
I'm saying
we heard
is he
now
should
from the
step down from
second
the ticket.
Senate Democrat, only the second Senate Democrat, but notable here at John Tester, who's running in the state of Montana. This is a state that former President Trump won by about 16% in 2016.
I'm trying to see how this shit
Let's talk about something. All right. All these people that's coming out right now for black people that's watching this podcast, right?
Right.
Everybody that's coming out right now are either people that want to be president or people that's in districts that they're letting the MAGA take over their talking points. We talking people, all right, let's say main man just came out today in Montana. It's definitely MAGAs in Montana.
Yeah.
But instead of him running on all the shit Biden did and telling them what was been done and fighting it, he's surrendering and say, I just can't win. I don't think I can win, Biden. You gotta go, Biden. Like, that's what's going on now. You got people being scared in their own district because they not running on the facts that they have. They got a lot of shit to run on. What is your problem?
That's my point.
If you can't win in your district, that's your fucking fault.
If you can't win if you on the ticket on the for real on the ballot, and you know how it is, you go vote, you got all them motherfuckers listed down in a row, all the way down to dog catcher is on there. So if you up in your district and you up by a lot, how the fuck you can't help to lift the ticket up? If you support the ticket, want to support, you dumb motherfuckers, you trash your own candidate, kick your own candidate to the curb. When y'all don't know who the fuck running, well, it gotta be Kamala. That's the only, she can't get kicked off the ticket. It's this, yeah, I can't believe at this time and this close to the election, Democrats do some shit like this.
Small sliver of the
I'm like
American electorate
flabbergasted.
that might be curious, that
I'm
might be
shocked,
feeling a little bit more engaged. So he has said that he's ripped up his speech, he's rewritten it. He wants
They
to
made this
deliver a
nigga. They
unifying
didn't.
message. The question is, what does unifying mean for former
I
President
think
Trump?
a lot of people
He
don't
just viewed
understand
Eric
what's
Trump.
about to
He
happen
acknowledges
tonight too.
his dad's always going to be a
It's some deep
counter,
shit, and it's
counterpuncher.
a
That's never going to change.
a
But
fuck you
will
in the
we
face
see
to
differences in his tone and his
all
rhetoric?
the
One
black
person I'll be
motherfuckers in
looking
there
for, this gets
and everybody else, because they're gonna have Hulk Hogan. They're gonna have Hulk Hogan speak before Trump. So you got a racist introducing a racist.
All right, so now I feel bad, right? Because me personally, right? All through the motherfucking 80s, I don't know, you probably would did too. All through the 80s, I fuck with Hogan, right?
Yeah.
I did the motherfucking the 26 Python thing and shit, you know what I'm saying? Eat your Wheaties and all that good shit.
Right.
I bought everything they put out, you know what I'm saying? That was Hulk Hogan.
He was a Hulkamaniac.
Kid, I was 13 years old. I bought all the tapes. They used to have tapes back then, VH, whatever the fuck. Tapes of motherfucking wrestlers. You go to motherfucking Betamax and the other joint to get motherfucking wrestling joints. I used to pay for that shit. I used to pay for all Hulk Hogan memorabilia. For me to see him now in this thing where these racist pigs are trying to take over the country and him promoting it, it's like a slap in the face of all the kids that loved him growing up, bro. It's just like, bro, you took all. I feel bad that you got my mother money and took that shit. Now you just doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I fucks with Hogan. If it was wrestling, I feel like he one of the best who ever did it, right? So now, just like Ice Cube was one of my favorite rappers. Matter of fact, my favorite rapper ever. I feel like he's the best rapper who ever lived. These two people has now shown who they really are. And it's hard for me to continue liking you and respecting you the way I did before. You understand what I'm saying, Tony? You know what I'm talking about?
Man, say it again.
It's like I lose all respect for those two people.
Oh,
like Ice Cubes, right? You know me. Ice Cube, my favorite rapper. And to this day, I think he's the best rapper ever, right?
Correct.
But Hulk Hogan, my favorite wrestler ever, right? And it's like these two people disappointed me and millions of other people that feels like me, bro. That pour so much money into these people, right? Ice Cube, it wasn't a tape that come out the first day. I ain't in motherfucking the record store trying to grab that thing ASAP for anybody, right? So that's money I spent. Hogan, everything he brought out, I paid for, right? So part of the motherfucker them becoming who they are was me and people like me, right? And I'm looking at these two, and they just throwing all that away to back racist, bigot platforms, bro.
what I tell you, when you get in that upper tax bracket, make you do strange things. And these motherfuckers now, your Ice Cubes and people of that ilk, you know, they voting with their wallet. Shit. The motherfucking hood don't mean nothing right now. Shit, hood ain't putting no money in their pockets. Hood ain't giving them tax breaks. So now they want to jump ship and go to the other side. As for Hulk Hogan, man, this little
we already knew he was racist.
Yeah, this dude, the dude fooled everybody.
He took the black money and rolled out.
Took black money.
What's the other speech they got on this motherfucker? Fake ass white rapper. He's
that Kid Rock and oh man,
Kid Rock.
You want to slap shit out of him for real?
Kid Rock. Then you got motherfucking all these fake ass motherfuckers. Shit's crazy, bro. I don't want to see none of these people after this shit, man. Like Democrats made it so the fact that we don't even know who to fight for no more. Yeah. We don't know what to do no more. Like, it's like, is this gonna be hers or not? Like, is it gonna be Biden or not? We don't even know. We don't even know who to pour our heart into, bro. This shit has gotten so dumb that they disillusioning the Democratic Party that votes for them, making them don't know what the hell is going on when they feel like we good with Biden and everybody else doing some other shit. You feel me? This shit is odd, bruh.
It gotta be hers. It ain't got no choice but to be hers. If you force Biden off, it has to be, because she the one that got the access to the infrastructure. She the only one that can motherfucking spend the money. The money that been raised and only go through her.
I don't give a fuck. What if these Democrats find a slick way to get the money, bro?
Yeah.
So that makes that irrelevant.
But see, that's gonna be the problem. They need the money. So she gonna be on the ticket. They need the money.
Yeah. But they can figure out a way to get that money without her, bro.
I'm
tripping.
It can only be this is the money that was donated from the people,
and it's pledged. And get those people to pledge that money to the whatever the new candidates they put out there. They can do that.
It pledged to Biden, and it's pledged to Biden and Harris. One of them have to be on the ticket to use that money.
And you don't think
she's not on the ticket? You can't use that money.
You don't think nothing? It ain't nothing Nancy Pelosi and them can do. They can change that. That's crazy. They can change that.
They can't. That's election law.
They could change it to
change it that quick.
They could change the money flow to somebody else to the ticket.
You gonna have to. They got to have lined up some motherfucking rich motherfuckers that's gonna donate to the campaign.
Most of the stuff haven't been given to them yet. It's just pledged.
Yeah. So
therefore, it can move around. You feel me? So they not set. They don't have to be set on her. I'm trying to tell you what's going on, bro.
They don't have to be set on her.
What's going on is they don't have to be set on her. What's happening if it's that clear? Hold on. If it was that clear, if they was gonna be like, all right, fuck it, we're gonna move him for hers, they would have been made that clear. Right now, it's some mushy shit going on. Like, all right, then who? We can just figure out who next. Like what? That means there's not Camilla, not even in your plans. So that's the problem we got here. And then obviously they can figure out a way to get the campaign money out. That's easy.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's some way they can do that. That's some simple shit.
My whole thing about that is this: they need the money. They're gonna need the money because once this shit happen,
bro.
Because once this shit happen, you're gonna have the Republicans or MAGA. They're gonna flood the airways that the motherfucking Democrats in disarray. They done put Joe Biden out the pasture and all this other shit. So you know they already got that shit ready, and they need the money, especially when you got a motherfucker.
They gonna have it.
You got. I'm saying
they're gonna figure out a way to get it. Well, either one of them.
I hope they do. My point is that my only thing is whatever they do, they better have access to it. But you ain't gonna. But the infrastructure, you can only all them offices and all of those shit they got out there. The phone banks they got set up. That you can't change that shit overnight.
That's different.
That's
true.
You got the people that work for you. You
Yeah,
got
the ground joint is different. Yeah.
Yeah, you got motherfuckers out there knocking on doors. Man,
And been doing this for a while. Like, then you can't switch everybody up. Like, they got their feelings into this shit.
That's why they need the dough. She gonna be on that ticket.
She gonna get. They can get the money without her, bro.
I'm not saying they can't. Okay, I'm gonna put it like this. I believe she gonna be on the ticket because they need to take the road of less resistance, or they need to go the route that ain't gonna put them in court. Because you know shit, like a motherfucker did bring a point out today. When it get to matters like that, that shit gonna go to court, get appealed, go to court. That shit can make it all the way up to the motherfucking Supreme Court.
All right. Let me ask you.
Do anything to help a Democrat?
All right. So let's say me and you skip over the fact that we cool with Biden being the nominee, right? Let's say they go to a move of something we and you don't agree with, but all of a sudden tomorrow he come out and say, I'm not continuing the race, right?
Right.
And then the next step is they come out, Nancy Pelosi and everybody in Congress come out and say, we're gonna have an open convention when we get there. Do you agree with that?
I would hope it wouldn't be.
And then all they're gonna do is say if Harris is that good, she should come to the top. And that's where the problem gonna lie in, bruh. You feel me now? They're gonna open this shit up to people that ran before and lost to Biden.
Yep.
That's the bullshit here.
Because you don't have nobody. The only one knew you can run.
Nobody.
You can't run Buttigieg because Buttigieg lost to Biden.
That's my point. Exactly.
Yeah. So the only
It
one
comes down to us voting. 14 million people voted for him. So let him fucking run.
And that's what I want to talk about. But what I see, the only motherfucker they can run is Hakeem Jeffries. That's the only one that's due.
If they're not, they're gonna snatch him out. It's the only person, is no other person they can put in.
I don't think it's gonna be no all ticket.
Hold on. The only people they can't do it. Because if you take Biden out, there's no other options. You cannot just skip all the way over her, and all of a sudden we got a ticket of whoever the fuck ran before. Like, that's not gonna work. Now, if they come out tomorrow and say, we got a plan like this. If Biden come out and be like, I'm resigning from the presidency. Right? Now you with me? Not the campaign alone. The presidency itself. And I'm giving that over to my vice president. I'm stepping away. I got health issues, whatever the fuck, right? She becomes president. She gets sworn in.
Yep.
Right? She is now president.
Yep.
That changes the dynamics. Because now everything stay the same. But you have a woman on top, and her vice president becomes vital. It becomes, who is that vice president? Who in your mind you would think she would put as a vice president?
I've been thinking, but I can't see nobody. Like I said, the only one that's fresh and new that's out there, it could be Gavin Newsom, but he said he don't want it. I think he want to run in 28.
Again, I think it was all about. All these people trying to run now in the middle of this shit after they lost. I think this was about.
Because like I say, the only one that's new and fresh out there that ain't ran before is Hakeem Jeffries that I could think of off the top of my head.
He probably be speaking. You got time to pull him out.
Ain't no way in hell in this country you gonna get an all black ticket right now. You ain't getting an all black ticket. So I think
if he was step down, she president, and she say, now I'm running a re-election campaign for the Biden Harris ticket, and I'm choosing a woman as my vice president. How about that one? 2 women, top of the ticket, one of them black, going up against a motherfucker that took away abortion rights. Wow. And then the vice president is even worse than him. How would that look? Wow. I think that's the move.
Nah, because you can't.
And everybody understand, man, Tony is no problem with Biden right now. Continue going through this thing, right?
No,
We just
I
bringing up scenarios. We just bringing up scenarios just in case.
if he healthy and he can do it,
Yeah, go.
keep on going. But it like the way it's looking now, I think they got to do it fast. I think by the weekend, over the weekend, he gonna go ahead and step down. She gonna go to the top because you can't.
So you agree with me? That's the best way to do it.
Yeah,
If that's gonna be that. If
that's the only way you can do it. Because look, this is the whole deal. And they got to do it this way because they got to keep black voters. You disenfranchise. You're about to. You ain't just did it. You're about to disenfranchise 14 million people who voted for Biden and tell them that they vote don't mean shit because we're gonna do what we want to do. Now, you know, and we pointed out that the backbone of the Republican Party. The backbone of the Democratic Party is black people. You cannot push their candidate off the ticket and then push the black lady off too. You're not going to do that.
Hold on, let's listen to Karnacki for a minute.
Black voters, if you lose black voters and we say we pissed, you got a problem and the ticket definitely ain't gonna win.
That map, we took a look at it last night. These are those 6 core battleground states, and just take you right through them. If Trump were to win Georgia, as that polling right now puts him ahead there, you could see right away that jumps him to 251. Arizona would put him over 260. Nevada would put him on the cusp of victory at 268. And then Pennsylvania, any of these 3 Midwest states would then put him over. You could see what Pennsylvania would do. Then he would just be adding insurance. If he got Michigan, if he got Wisconsin, if he went for 6 for 6, he doesn't have to win all 6 of those. You could see less than that would do, but Democrats are looking at those polls and they're fearing this kind of an outcome. And then if ever Trump were able to put those other states into play and start winning them, a state like Virginia, for instance, it would start to get a little bit out of control there. And there are other states, even like New Hampshire, Minnesota, that even some Democrats are getting worried about. So the bottom line is, this is what Democrats are fearing based on those numbers. Now, the Biden folks will tell you it's still competitive. It's not gone. He can get back in it. There's still a lot of negatives about Trump that they can take advantage of. But the bottom line, Joe Biden's party is fearing this kind of outcome, though we should also note, while these are the numbers that have them nervous about Joe Biden, the same polling does not show a clear, obvious alternative candidate who would immediately reverse this result.
Oh, right there. Right there. Right there is what me and Tony was just talking about. They run around doing this, but who is the other people you got going on here? And none of them poll higher than Biden. So what are we doing?
That been the question. You get rid of Biden, who you got? You can't. You already doing them dirty. You doing them.
Yeah, it just got a hand. You fucked them up. Yeah.
Hey, you even done real dirty by the party.
I don't know if he can even come back from the hits he getting from his own party, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling you this much.
It's tough.
When this shit is over with, the way these Democrats came out and fought against motherfucking Joe Biden and forced him off the ticket, if he go off the ticket, you mean to tell me y'all can't fight Republicans like that?
Like,
y'all did
real,
dirty. Y'all
like,
did one.
real.
This party, the party I belong to. Y'all did Joe Biden dirty. And then you mean to tell me you can let the Republicans get away with all the shit they doing, with all the lies Trump's telling, all the fucking whitewashing the truth. They throwing motherfucking Project 2025 out in your face. Yeah. On the last night of their fucking convention, well, last night at the convention, they had mass deportation now signs. Then tonight is an all fucking racist lineup in prime time. And you got all these buck shuffling Negroes out here. They got Kid Rock, Hulk Hogan, and Donald Trump gonna speak. Tucker Carlson already spoke. Yeah, they went completely better. This is an all-star racist lineup.
Yes.
Tonight, headlined by Trump.
That is true.
And the Democratic Party right now is in disarray.
About some bullshit. They didn't win from he too old till he can't win. Like, which one was it? What? You ain't start off with that.
Well, see, a lot of this is
about what you scared. You start off at the beginning, which you was scared he couldn't continue because of the debate. Now, after that, he put on so much shows since then that there's no way you can still talk about the debate, right? And then it moved to now he can't win. Like what? When we stop in the middle of races and start looking at polls and say, all right, we gotta take this person out because when did that start? That is some new shit.
What I'm trying to figure out is these motherfuckers, and basically 4 months before an election, split the party.
I'm mad as shit, bro. Cause me and you been doing. We've been working hard, even though we ain't getting paid on this fucking podcast, pointing out shit, defending shit, and then y'all motherfuckers behind the scenes is gonna do some wild trickery shit. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
I'm trying to think. Who in the fuck can they put on the ticket? Because it's got to be Kamala Harris. Who is they gonna put on the ticket?
It's an open convention, then this shit's wild. You don't never fuck around with Bernie Sanders, bro.
Nah, this shit gonna be settled before the convention. You can't take this shit into the convention.
This shit is
gonna be settled before then. It's a report now that's talking about 3 to 5 days. I wouldn't be surprised if it should happen tomorrow because
if I'm Biden, I'm saying fuck y'all, suck my dick. As soon as I get over this COVID, I'm back on the trail. Me and my lady, the black lady.
Man,
fuck y'all.
If that shit
simple as that, bro.
I got that shit happen tomorrow or over the motherfucking weekend because they're gonna do that shit because they gotta take. Look, once this shit happen, if it happen, you ain't gonna hear this shit. Gonna dominate the news. That the sitting president got kicked off of the fucking ticket. This shit gonna dominate the news. And you ain't gonna hear shit about Trump. Trump gonna go around campaigning.
Another 2 weeks without Trump.
Yeah. This shit gonna be the this shit gonna go all the way through the election. So once
they help them, I'm sorry.
That's why I say they need money. They need all the money they can get, especially since a motherfucker like Elon talking about he giving them $45 million a month.
Why he going up there? Is his turn already?
Nah, they just look at this shit, man.
Former President Trump has entered the chat. He's in the building, just walking up the stairs, about to go into the friends and family box and greeting his supporters. So whatever was on hold seems to be on hold, not for much longer, as the former president is there. Let's turn back to our panel here as we continue to watch this. I want to mention what we're waiting for tonight. Hulk Hogan expected to speak. There's Jared Kushner, his daughter Tiffany. I think that's we saw Ivanka briefly. So for the first time, we're going to see just about all of the family members, save Barron Trump, together. I don't believe we've seen Melania yet. Has anyone caught a glimpse of her? But she's expected to be there as well. So it's going to be family night at the RNC as the president takes the stage in his official nominating speech. So we're expecting Hulk Hogan, Dana White, the UFC head, a performance by Kid Rock, and then the nominating speech.
Savannah, it's so stunning to see Jared and Ivanka. Hallie and I covered the Trump administration. We cannot overstate how integral they were to his entire administration. And here they have not been here for the first few days of this convention, but here they are tonight, a show of force from the Trump family.
And I believe this is Hulk Hogan. Let's listen.
I don't see.
Here we go with the Hulk Hogan. Now everybody know I told y'all he's my favorite wrestler ever. The fact that he did that with his racist kids, he's a racist kid. Welcome to the podcast. I got my man, motherfucking the #1 soul brother, and I got if everybody watch the third perspective podcast. We got OnlyFans Jay to join into this thing here we got going on here. You know what I'm saying? That. Appreciate you talking in the podcast.
We've not yet seen Melania, but Hulk Hogan's getting crowded for his speech a little bit late.
But y'all remember what Hogan had going on.
Willison,
let's say a lot.
You said it, man. Do you think Hulk Hogan is a racist reporter? Hold on.
That part is hard to determine, but people like this dude. He wanted his daughter to date black men, so
yeah, he racist.
So we're
gonna get into all this racist shit in a minute. Yeah, you're right.
He got into the jump where he was like, "I don't want my daughter to date no nigga," and this, that, and the third.
Yeah, he racist. I'm mad because he's my favorite wrestler, but I'm gonna let that go.
Right.
You know something? When I came here tonight, there was so much energy in this room. I felt maybe I was in Madison Square Garden getting ready to win another world title. Or maybe I thought the vibe was so intense, the energy was so crazy, it felt like maybe I was going to press that no good, stinky giant over my head and slam him through the mat, brother. But what I found out was I was in a room full of real Americans, brother. And at the end of the day, with our leader up there, my hero, that gladiator, we're gonna bring America back together. One real American at a time, brother. You know something? I've seen some great tag teams in my time. Hulk Hogan and, ooh, yeah, the Macho Man Randy Savage. But you know something? I see the greatest tag team of my life standing upon us, getting ready to straighten this country out for all the real Americans. You know, even though you guys are real Americans, you better get ready. Because when Donald J. Trump becomes the president of the United States, all the real Americans are going to be nicknamed Trumpites. Because all the Trumpites are going to be running wild for 4 years. So with the power of Donald J. Trump and all the Trumpites running wild, America is going to get back on track. And like Donald J. Trump said, America is going to be great again. You know, when I look out and I see all the real Americans, I think about how Donald Trump, his family was compromised. When I look out there and I see Donald Trump, I think about how his business was compromised. But what happened last week when they took a shot at my hero and they tried to kill the next president of the United States? Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again. Let Trumpomania make America great again.
Yep. Take your vitamins, say a prayer. What else is yours?
Me and you got to step out back. Hey. Me and you got to step out back. Hey.
You know something, Trumpites? I didn't come here as Hulk Hogan, but I just had to give you a little taste. You know, my name is Terry Bollea. And as an entertainer, I love you too. And as an entertainer, I tried to stay out of politics. But after everything that's happened to our country over the past 4 years and everything that happened last weekend, I can no longer stay silent. I'm here tonight because I want the world to know that Donald Trump is a real American hero. And I'm proud to support my hero as the next president of this United States. You know, guys, I've known Donald Trump for over 35 years. You know, hold on a second, hold on. I just had a flashback.
Yeah, when you and them little young hoes y'all two had in there, you bitch.
You know, the last time I was up on stage, Donald Trump was sitting at ringside at the Trump Plaza, I was bleeding like a pig, and I won the world title right in front of Donald J. Trump. And you know something? He's going to win in November, and we're all going to be champions again when he wins. And like I said, I've known that man for over 35 years, and he's always been the biggest patriot, and he still is. He's always told you exactly what he thought, and he still does, brother. And no matter the odds, he always finds a way to win. And when he's back in our White House, America is going to start winning again. You know, guys, over my career, I've been in the ring with some of the biggest, some of the baddest dudes on the planet. And I've squared off against warriors, ooh yeah, savages. And I've even, like I said, body slammed giants in the middle of the ring. And I know tough guys. But let me tell you something, brother. Donald Trump is the toughest of them all. They've thrown everything at Donald Trump. Ooh. All the investigations, ooh, the impeachments, the ooh, court cases, and he's still standing and kicking their butts. You know, we never had it better than the Trump years. Back then, we had a thriving economy. Yeah, we had strong borders. We had safe streets. We had peace and respect around the world. But then we lost it all in a blink of an eye. Crime is out of control. The border is out of control. The price of food and gas and housing is out of control. And
how the fuck do you know that, you millionaire dumb bitch?
Is Donald Trump.
All right, I almost can't even make it through this shit, man.
You know, guys, I really, really love this country.
Oh my.
And I've lived the American dream. And I want my kids,
did you hear all that shit, bro?
And all those little teeny Hulkamaniacs out there to live the American dream too.
It's me. And I don't fuck with your redneck ass no more.
This November, guys, we can save the American dream for everyone. And Donald Trump is the president who will get the job done. So all you criminals, all you lowlifes, all you scumbags, all you drug dealers, and all you crooked politicians need to answer one question, brother. What you gonna do when Donald Trump and all the Trumpomaniacs run wild on you, brother? God bless you.
All right. Here we go. I know Tony Ray tears his ass up too, man. Hit him. That's enough. That is enough. All right, first of all, before I let them two get in, right? Like I just told y'all, growing up, he was my man. I spent a lot of my parents' money on this fool ass nigga, right? A whole bunch of it. I had Hulkamania, everything he put online, he put on his stores, I brought. If it was a tape he was wrestling, I brought it. I feel so duped. And the fact he used my parents' money to get you where you at now.
Betrayed.
And it's like, bruh. But I'm not surprised. You feel me? But let's go into the few things he said, Tony. One thing he said was, we can't hear you either. You muted.
There we
All
go.
Right.
There we go.
One thing, and there's something in the background. One thing, a few things he said, matter of fact. Let's take the motherfucking when Trump was president, the economy was thriving. How about that one, Tony?
it should have been he inherited Obama's economy that he fixed. So yeah, of course it was thriving. That's what they'll never tell you. He didn't do nothing but ride off of what Obama did and took the credit for it. So
and then they trashed Obama for it.
So that's one.
Listen, hold on. For him to say the economy was thriving, first of all, we done broke records. Unemployment now, not then. Now, unemployment's on a record joints. The stock market just broke a record 2 days ago.
But see,
so tell me what part of the economy is he talking about that was thriving under this man? When? What was that?
No,
it was black unemployment because it's at a record high now.
Right.
Under Biden, right?
Record low.
So the motherfucking
You mean record low?
yeah, the motherfucking record low overall general now, right? So what part of the economy he talking about? Stock market high? What are you talking about?
Got a record a day ago.
What part of the economy was thriving? What is he talking about? Then he gonna say crime. Crime at a record low now, today.
Yep.
At its record low in American history. Is Trump president right now?
No.
It's Biden as president. That's not our fault. These are the fucking facts. So you're gonna get up there and say crime is rampant. He done Biden, then let it run through. What are you talking about?
But the thing, okay, the speech is right. I had got breaking news earlier. They're saying that Biden, rumor is Biden might be about to step down. And that's you gotta remember he got COVID too. So who knows what's about to happen soon? But pretty much Democrats probably gave up. That's what it sounds like.
No, yeah.
My
thing is
Democrats gave up.
Like right now, they doing a lot to get Biden out, but look what's happening here. Full-blown face lies. Hulk Hogan, get up here and fucking lie. Oh, the economy's thriving on the motherfucker. What is he talking about? Why say a lie? Well, somebody could just look it up and look at the economy under Biden is better than Trump. If that was thriving, what the hell is this called then? You feel me? We're talking record-breaking shit.
Let me ask you a question. As long as you've been covering, looking into politics, have you ever seen the Democrats fight against the Republican opposition the way they fight they are fighting to get Joe Biden out of this race? If these motherfuckers,
I've never seen them do this hard. Like we want this, like me and Tony always wanted this coordination and this type of aggressiveness against these Republicans for the last year.
Oh no, they saved all that
it's
shit.
like they're doing it now against Biden. It's like it's coordinated. You're dripping shit. You're forcing shit. You're dropping 8 people here, 9 people here. It's like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
The other thing is Kamala Harris, the name came up too. So if Biden do decide to drop out and say fuck it, Kamala Harris will have to step in.
Gotta be.
The problem is with that is that a lot of African Americans don't fuck with her because of mass incarceration.
But she ain't got nothing to do with that.
But people, you know how people is when it comes to black folks, we have a bad tendency and a bad thing of we like crabs, we pull each other down. They did it with Obama. They ain't do nothing for, Obama ain't do nothing for black folks type shit. You know what I mean? And
without knowing that the redneck pig ass Congress blocked everything he tried to do in life.
Right.
That's the deal.
And that's the part they don't know.
Yeah.
And you try to shine that light, but they like, well, there's other ways he could have gone around it. No, it couldn't have been because first of all, he's a black president.
He couldn't do nothing.
He can't do nothing.
He literally couldn't do nothing. Like everything, they blocked everything, even his judges. People don't know. After Obama did that was literally all he could do was the motherfucker Affordable Care Act. After that, them niggas stopped everything. Judges, anything he wanted to do, they stopped. He was basically a spokesman for America after that. because they wouldn't pass anything for him. That's why I tell you that switching and putting Harris at the top is going to be dangerous, because even if she'll never get anything done, bro. Now, if Biden win, he gonna get a lot done because most of these motherfucking crackers that's in this thing know him. That's how he got so much done now. But if you put a black woman in it, they won't allow her to do anything because their base is not even gonna want her there. So her base is gonna say the same they did Obama. You can't do shit. And the motherfucking leader of the Senate that year said what? Our goal,
man,
is to make you a short-term motherfucking president. Their goal.
Look, they ain't got no motherfucking choice. In my estimation, they ain't got no choice but to put her at the top of the ticket.
Nah, that's bullshit.
No reason. Look, how
that's bullshit. Like you said, if they do other shit, they don't like her. They figure some other shit out.
Her off. If you kick her off, you cannot.
Don't give a fuck with a black. She don't care.
Yeah.
Think she cares if it's hers or not? She don't give a fuck.
If you skip over her,
we know that
they're going to lose the black vote and lose the election. Plain and simple.
No,
and they're going to lose the black women too.
I'm gonna tell you what they banking on there. You says, I don't fuck it then, because Trump is not an option. So they'll give you two white people and make you eat it, motherfucker.
Right.
Now, guess what? You're gonna go out and vote for whoever the fuck this white ticket is.
But see, my
yes or
point
no,
is-
no? Yes or no?
True.
All right, so they banking on fuck it. Throw her the fuck out too.
Yeah,
them niggas gonna vote for us regardless. You feel me?
But see, if you throw her out, too, you got to stop. You got to start at ground zero. If you throw her out, you can't run on the last 3.5 years. All the shit. If she not on that ticket, all the shit you can talk about black HBCUs,
that's
the CHIPS Act.
Oh yeah,
everything that he
that's
did,
when that thing
you
gets.
can't-
You're
you
right.
can't run on it. You can't even. You
Right,
can't.
what are
even
they running
bring
on?
it up.
If you put a new ticket there, what they running on?
What they running on? And you got Trump got a
You
record
can't
out
do
there.
it in like 3 months because the election is in 3 months.
Still, they have nothing.
You're not gonna get nothing passed, and you wasn't gonna get nothing passed since the last Congress. This is almost election time. Ain't nobody giving the other side a win.
Bro, he already passed so much legislation. He actually could have got motherfucking immigration done if Trump ain't stepped in. They was gonna sign. They was gonna sign. The Republicans were gonna vote for that. They ones worked on it. They didn't expect Trump to say don't do it. You feel me? He would have had that. He would have had so much legislation, bro.
But they got a lot of things. They got everything drafted already for about a year now, because they already knew that this time go round, Trump was going to win, and he is going to win because few reasons. Democrats just basically gave up. Just said fuck it. Step back, twiddling their thumbs right now. They saying Biden drop out the race. They basically telling Biden for your own safety and basically your health.
For your life.
And well, yeah, I said it the first time, but they're basically telling him, hey, you may
how about this then?
You might as well sick this one out. Trump already run it.
How about this though? You wasn't here. Let's say Biden stepped down next week from the presidency, not just running, the whole shebang, right? And Vice President Harris is now automatically president, right? How many months we got left?
We got about 3.
About 3.
So she can actually be president itself, not just vice president, president too for 3 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she actually is an incumbent.
But
you feel me? But what we risk is who voting for a black woman now? A woman itself, and then black.
Nobody.
So we make it so shaky now.
Nobody's going to vote for it. As a matter of fact, if that's the case, you might as well just be president for the next 3 months and say, "Hey, Trump, you become president now."
That's true.
Because ain't nobody gonna vote for Kamala.
That's the problem. Like, no matter what the vice president to her is like, even if you put 2 women, now if you put 2 women, it can get tricky.
No, it's not gonna be 2 women, and it's not gonna be two black people. That one ain't happening. Those 2 not happening. What you gonna get is
and running with just an average middle of the meal white man, just not gonna work, bro.
But see,
if you're gonna do something so drastic, you're gonna take a white man off and put another white man on. That'd be so fucking dumb.
That's why I'm trying to think who the fuck can they
This
put
whole
on.
thing is dumb. For real. The whole thing dumb, bro.
So you saying the Democrats? How you gonna do with the Democrats? Ain't nothing you
You
could do.
cannot take a white man off the top of the ticket, skip over the black woman, stick 2 white people in there, expect everybody to feel the same.
What's gonna happen is he going to the top of the ticket, and they gonna make a deal or whatever that her running mate gonna be somebody like. Only person I can think about is Gavin Newsom that I could think of.
Bro, we gonna lose by motherfucking I don't know what margin. You put those two women up there.
But you can't.
Put 2 women.
I mean, if you put her at the top,
Now
as a
the
woman,
other thing,
and then a nigga coming from California.
Now
you gotta put him.
Go down in
number 2.
Go down there.
President gonna be somebody that the establishment can get down with. Other than
You
that,
cannot do that when you going in the tubes.
But
that nigga's from LA.
The other people that was discussing. Well, the other thing they was discussing is okay, keep them on the.
I think both of them LA. I don't even think you could do that
because what we just talking about. It's also a little thing where they said we're gonna keep them on the ticket, but like a few months down the road, we're gonna pass it on to Kamala Harris to work out the presidential shit. They do
this
the
is stupid.
presidential
This shit stupid, bro. Instead of them just running a campaign and beating Trump, they gotta do some side shit.
They giving up.
The fuck are we doing, bro?
They
like throwing me off fighting for the last 2 years on this podcast. Like throwing me off. Like I don't even know who I'm fighting for no more. Like y'all about to snatch him out or not? What's happening?
Turning away from the city he loved. Crime was rampant. The streets were
don't mean shit.
Dirty, but he had the Midas touch, and he turned those streets and neighborhoods into gold. He faced every challenge with tremendous vision and grit. As he did during the 2016 election, he rolled up his sleeves. He remained unapologetic. He did not care to be politically correct. He restored hope. He restored a voice to millions of Americans who had been ignored. He restored the American dream. Under my father's leadership, the economy climbed to record heights.
Oh my.
Jobs were created at an unthinkable pace. Unemployment reached historic lows across all demographics. Wage growth soared. He cut taxes for hardworking families and businesses. He slashed regulations. We saw the greatest 401k increase in American history.
All right.
Yeah. People bought their first homes in an environment that saw
speeches, bro. Damn, I'll be wanting them to finish. I can't. There be so many lies in a shorter period of time. It's almost you can't even let them continue no more. You feel what I'm saying? Like what the fuck, bro? You hear all that shit? Like,
look, that's why I'm telling you, it matters who's at the top at NBC, CNN.
No, I mean lies he just told.
Because no,
that's a
he told all them lies, and you best believe he gonna do interview after interview after interview, and nobody gonna check him on it. Just like Trump told all them lies in the debate, nobody checked. Man,
unemployment is a record.
The amount of shit. Do they know the amount of shit that they let slide on Trump? They had enough on Trump in the last couple of weeks, up until he allegedly got shot, to end this campaign. The Epstein shit alone should have had that motherfucker on the rocks at least. The Epstein, you got pictures of this motherfucker with Epstein. He in the fucking logs, phone logs. Epstein calling him multiple times. Then the shit came out right after that about the 13-year-old girl that he done beat and slapped up because the head wasn't good, and made her friend do lesbian acts on each other allegedly. So he got away with all that.
Yes,
and they making this motherfucker, and the media is helping him, and they making him look presidential. Man, they putting these motherfuckers out there. Them motherfuckers, look, something the Democrats or something Biden did pissed the media off, because they done straight fuck. Well, like I said, the heads of these organizations are Republicans and Trump donors. So
No, I'm telling you what it is. This nigga threatened the media, where he going after everybody he don't like, and in the media. You don't think they don't listen to that? If the polls are close, if it start looking like he winning, they gonna start shutting their fucking mouth up and acting like, oh yeah, and you know what? He looked presidential tonight. He really doing inclusiveness. Really though? That's what they're gonna have to do, because they don't want their name to be put on a list just in case he do win. So he's scaring the media, he's scaring Democrats, making them use his talking points. His strategy for the campaign to beat up on Biden was use his age. They picked it up and used it themselves. He ain't got to use that no more. Or spend money on that.
He ain't got to use none of that no more, because honestly speaking,
Democrats doing it on their own.
Yeah, they beating themselves up. They fucked themselves.
Exactly.
By sitting back and looking at shit.
Just sitting back and adding on to the strategy of the campaign that's you going up against. Their strategy was to make Biden look as old as possible. The nigga that's running, I done found out who running this nigga campaign. Not only his niece. I know everybody remember the Swift boat.
The who?
Swift boat?
No.
Nigga got Swift boated?
Swift boat.
In George Bush campaign.
Oh, yeah. I remember that shit.
The nigga that made the video that made it seem like motherfucking what's the name, was not a blue an orange star, whatever the fuck, purple star recipient in the army that cut up that video. Remember that shit?
Mm-hmm.
He is running this campaign.
He running who campaign?
Trump's. And guess what you saw at the beginning of this campaign? Clips of shit chopped up, making him look old. He basically, and something me and Tony said that day, he got Swift voted. I did not know the nigga was running his campaign, bro.
That's fucked up. That's crazy.
He actually Swift voted motherfucking what was his name? That nigga that ran for president. What was his name, Tony? Damn.
Not Ralph Nader.
He's
John Kerry.
John Kerry. And he got Swift voted. They made it seem like he didn't even win the motherfucking gold. I mean, the purple star for real. Remember that shit?
Yeah, I do remember that.
And now he runs Trump's campaign, who start off the campaign chopping up videos, making Biden look like he didn't know where he was at. Brilliant. So now the Democrats has latched on to the motherfucking trap set by this nigga here that Swift voted, Curry,
John,
and grabbed onto those traps and use it on their own to beat up Biden themselves. Meanwhile, he can say, fuck it. I'm just going to do my convention and act like I'm bringing everybody together while y'all beat the hell out of him. As soon as y'all finish, I'll take over from there.
Mm-hmm. But he ain't got to do that too much, because the damage is already done. The damage is already done because the Democrats showed it that it's cool. Just pass him on, just pass him on. But it's like, okay, Biden, we need you to drop out. Okay, for what? Who else do you have running the race after him? And who you got who you got running the race?
It's nothing.
And it's like nothing right there. Nobody ain't fucking with Kamala Harris. Like that's automatic. Everybody got in their head about mass incarceration about her. So you got nothing. So if I was a Democrat, basically I'd do the same shit too. Hey, fuck it. There you go.
All I'm saying is, if this shit go down, I don't want to see that. I don't want to hear nothing about a weak ass Democrat ever again. Y'all motherfuckers better come out, and if Trump tell you a lie about what time his alarm clock went off, y'all motherfuckers better be on his ass. All that other shit, fighting clean and not fighting
You
five.
throw your own man out there. I don't want to see y'all be that low shit.
No. You get the gravity of this. Get how big this is. They took the president out.
Exactly. Now you feel what I'm saying. It's more than campaigning. If you telling the country that you feel like your own candidate don't have his fucking sense, what make you think we're gonna vote for him?
These motherfuckers are in the process of taking the president out.
And then everybody will turn to say, oh, since you said that, then why would he be president? He's not good for that either, too. Then you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
They really fucking their own people up, bro. I don't know how to come back with this.
They did, man. They did him. They doing him so fucking dirty.
I can't believe they did
legacy, his legacy ain't gonna mean shit. All the shit he done over 50 years going down the toilet, because he gonna always be remembered as the president who got kicked off the top of the ticket.
And if they lose, and this Trump motherfuckers and them erase all that he did, and then he really was irrelevant.
Yep. Then they can blame him. And all the good shit he done. If Kamala Harris is not the presidential nominee, that shit, you can't even talk about that shit. You can't talk about nothing if she not on the ticket.
If she on the ticket,
hold on. You talking about that, this, that, and this. You ain't had nothing to do with that. This shit crazy.
No, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. That I never imagined the Democrats would hold us up like this and fuck the whole thing up when we ready to fight.
No longer afford medical benefits or to take a vacation. I'm sorry. We will make America great again.
Oh my God.
I mean, top motherfuckers in the party coming out after you.
Everybody know what America great now is. 1700s.
And to my father, who has been ruthlessly silenced, slandered, and attacked by a corrupt administration, I'm sorry. We know, and America knows, that they're not just after you, they're after all of us, and you just happen to be standing in their way.
Nigga sweet. This nigga sweet. Look this nigga up. Yeah, cut. Wake old man up.
Wake up, talk.
Wake this old ass fool, redneck, orange, demon ass up.
Will be
something
our
like that.
success, not just for ourselves, but for our grandchildren and our children.
You looking like that's my son. I got that name.
Will be respected. Our cities will be safe. Our streets will be clean.
You know it's
Our
not
border
mine. He already
will
know it's
once
not mine.
again be secure.
Look at these.
We will have peace. We will have prosperity. Your hard-earned tax dollars will enrich a better America, not be squandered in corrupt foreign nations. Education will be handed back to the states.
Wait. What does that mean?
Oh, what they said in Project 2025, they're gonna eliminate the Department of Education.
Did y'all hear that? Everybody hear what he just said. That was true. Look, because the man said they're not doing 2025, right? It's a lot of 2025 coming out of these people's mouths.
They not know.
You know?
But I still got to get back.
He said, put the education back to the states. What did that mean? No more Department of Education.
That means no more Department of Education. That each individual state can teach your child what they want them to learn.
And then the other thing is,
and they actually, this is the first person that actually said it out. This is part of the 2025 project right here. What he fucking said out his fucking mouth just now. It's part of the project, bro.
And the other thing is that the draft, right? The public schools. Let's go back when he was saying about like uneducated people. His point is, you think that public schools is uneducated, like they don't teach as good as the classes or the schools that you have to pay to get in. And they specifically saying that, you know, off bucks.
This nigga is actually falling asleep, bro.
Never have I been more proud to be a Trump.
Look at him. One thing we ain't
Have
gonna
I
do,
been
we
more
gotta put the
proud to
facts out
stand
as
by
they
my
go.
father's side. I remain
And then they
incredibly
go.
honored to be part of this journey, a journey with all of you. A journey to save the greatest country on earth. A journey with the most incredible people I have ever met. Dad, 5 days ago, Laura, Luke, Carolina, and I held our breath as we saw blood pour across your face. By the grace of God, divine intervention, and your guardian angels, you survived.
Me and you got to step out back.
You are the greatest fighter I have ever seen. You are strong, you are full of life, and you are unapologetic. Your optimism is contagious. Your backbone is unbreakable. Your conviction to fight for what is right and against all that is wrong is truly next level. The whole world saw your strength as you stood up. You wiped the blood off your face, and you put your fist in the air in a moment that will be remembered as one of the most courageous acts in the history of American politics. You shouted, "Fight, fight, fight!" I'm honored to be your son. I'm honored to speak to our great nation tonight. You are a true leader. You epitomize strength. Our country loves you. Our country appreciates you. Our country misses you.
Bigots.
And on November 5th,
Racists.
our country will re-elect you as the
Pigs love you.
47th President of the United States of
Delusional.
America.
Black people love you.
Good night, Milwaukee.
You assholes and rapists.
bless you all.
There was so many lies in this package. I'll let my man dig into some of this stuff, man. Like, come on.
Man. Only good thing about this is that the Republicans going first. Because if it happened what I think might happen, they gonna be hard pressed to get some news. So you're gonna be having Donald Trump out here saying all kind of wild shit and doing wild shit to get on the news, because that's the only good fucking thing is they're gonna have all the attention. But who the fuck they gonna put on the ticket that's gonna satisfy everybody to get out and vote?
First of all, we haven't had one speaker get up here and just tell the truth yet. So that's clear.
They don't have to, because the media is in their pocket. So if the media, if you on all the major networks and ain't nobody on none of the major networks gonna challenge you, you can say what the fuck you want and get away with it. And that's what the fuck they doing. Man, they done got away with so much since the debate. Since the debate, he didn't even get called out on all the lies he perpetrated at the debate. Then you had the Epstein shit come out. Then you had all kind of shit. Now somebody then shot at him or shot part of his ear off. They playing the sympathy card up, and then they basically in the 2 weeks they allowed Trump to rehabilitate his image. This motherfucker was. Nigga wasn't shit. Now here comes, oh my God, here comes Melania.
And as you point out, they didn't hold back, talked about the fact that we no longer
She ain't gonna speak because she ain't got no speech to steal from Michelle Obama this time.
an erosion of faith.
How many lives you got so far? I just so many lives.
Man, you can't count that high.
Yet to concede the last election, and there have been these questions raised about the last election,
Nobody
even
can
though
say
all of the legal
Right,
people are
Well, that's his
questioning
daughter.
it because he's been feeding that narrative for 4+
No, that
years.
bitch was trying is like
Part of
the
what
right
led to
on
the lower turnout,
camera.
by the way, in the midterms for Republicans. So Republicans are actually doubling
Come
down,
like that.
trying to say we got to get out early
Oh, that's-
in this next
oh,
election
that's
cycle.
cute.
It's
Man,
also
that bitch a
interesting.
booger.
He
Oh, that's
tried
his
to
daughter.
redefine retribution. He said our retribution will be.
Both of them is
This nigga,
It was a
you know how
slight-
Trump be talking about
lighter
Ivanka.
way to get at what has been
You
one
know
of
this
Donald
nigga
Trump's
Don
biggest
Jr.
backfires.
was on some shit, and he but he was calling his daughter sexy.
I remember
And
that
his
shit.
daughter was sexy.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah, this shit happened a couple days ago. I'm like, man,
A couple days ago. I was thinking
Yeah.
long ago.
I know you. I was saying, you remember how
Okay,
Trump
yeah,
talked about Ivanka?
Yeah.
Don Jr. was on something the other day, and
See, that's his daughter right there, too, right?
Calling his daughter sexy.
Both of them his daughter.
Prince Louis vibes.
The one in the middle is daughter, right?
Family, it's always interesting to see when every mother holds
Yeah,
their
they
breath when
daughter.
they see a toddler on stage like that. You have a 4-year-old.
As the mother of a 4-year-old, she's
So Ice
just
Cube,
right now. They're doing the same thing. I think in Carolina was
Hulk
doing right
Hogan,
now.
coming up
Mixing and
idols.
mingling on the convention floor. They're running a bit behind schedule right now, but we do expect
You gotta pick your idols better.
I think Ice Cube the greatest rapper who ever lived. Piece of shit.
There's been so much
I think Hulk Hogan the greatest motherfucking rapper who ever lived.
he ripped up his streets. He wants to strike a unifying theme. We did not hear. We heard the same sort of persecution narrative from his sons. We've seen excerpts.
All it takes is the greatest basketball player to ever live to do the same thing. I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Uncharacteristic, including there's a line in there about saying, I don't want to be president of half of America, but the whole of America. And it's kind of an unremarkable sentiment, but it's remarkable because he usually doesn't talk that way.
Coming from him, that is what makes it extraordinary. That's exactly the line that I was looking at, Savannah, as we have now these excerpts that we can share with people.
Democratic
he says
donors
that as Americans
began
were bound
mobilizing
together by a single fate and a shared destiny.
raise-
He also strikes some pretty
Let's
overtly
see how
religious
long it takes for them
overtones,
to switch
talking
the shit to
about
talk about
how God
Biden
saved him, he
and
believes,
dropping out.
and the divine intervention in that moment. He is expected now, based on this reporting, to clearly lay out his account of what happened to him on that stage. In fact, he says something along the lines of, I'll tell you what happened, and I'll never tell you a second time. So it'll be interesting to hear that, especially as
We
this crowd
believe Melania Trump is now stepping out to the roar of the crowd. So just a glimpse of her.
She is finally surfaced. That's that whole house like that that court case when the bitch said she married this nigga with the motherfucking gold drawers on.
This shit. Man, y'all motherfuckers. Y'all take one of the most successful presidencies in history and flush it down the toilet. What the fuck is y'all thinking?
Oh, man, we got a long list of coons and motherfucking boy. Even whatever way this go, we got a list of people to beat the fuck up afterwards for sure. As things start collapsing around us, it will be y'all guys' fault. The list that me and my Tony have,
that goddamn
part of this issue for sure.
That goddamn Van Jones, boy, that motherfucker something else.
Oh, Van Jones.
Van Jones, something else.
Van Jones.
Yeah, Van Jones one of the worst, bro. He was okay at first till he got that money from somebody. Somebody gave that nigga some money. I remember that shit on TV. Yeah, him and somebody else.
CNN gave him that money.
Millions of dollars.
To play around.
Who was that gave him that money? You remember that shit?
Yeah, I do remember. I think it was
somebody gave him a whole bunch of money, bro. Millions dollars. They felt like he was fighting for black culture or some shit.
He
Who
fighting
did that?
for black shit.
No, this happened though, for real.
I know what you're talking about.
And it made him almost a billionaire almost. Who the hell did that? And then he stopped. That one took him off CNN when he got that money. I can't remember who did that. Because it gave him the money and somebody else. And I remember that day.
Was it?
He started crying and shit like usual.
Oh yeah, I remember. Where you get that fucking money?
Somebody gave a nigga. It wasn't Gates. It was Gates.
Like this. Man, kiss my.
Might have been Gates, bro.
Well, Bill Gates.
Bill Gates. Somebody like that. Bill Gates. One of them did that shit.
Oh, he got it from Jeff Bezos.
Bezos gave him how much? 700,000 or some shit.
100 million.
100 what?
100 millions.
Oh shit! That's way more than I was thinking. Hell yeah! They made that nigga. God damn! They paid that nigga.
Bezos gift Jones the money and instructed him to do as he wished with it. Chief Jose.
100 million of it though.
Yeah.
Just gave it to him.
Chief Jose Andres was also a recipient of.
It was Jose. It was a Spanish guy, right? That's
yeah.
what it was. That's what I thought. Yeah.
It was him and got him and then Van Jones had 100 million.
You know what? We're gonna find out what Van Jones did with that fucking money.
Oh, he hiding out.
That's what me and Tony gonna do from this point. We're gonna figure out what you do with that Van Jones. $100 million for the black culture. Did that go to our culture? Do you remember him signing anything for us? Was he even there with the 16 billion was signed?
Was he even there? Did he do some marching or?
Hey, bro, he losing me with that one.
He was gifted.
He was gifted. Hey, Tony.
No, they said he got gift that money.
Yeah.
It was 100 million, bro.
Yeah.
I forgot it was that. That's crazy.
Man.
I forgot it was that much. I was thinking it was like a million or some shit. I'm tripping.
Nah.
He gave that nigga $100 million, bro.
Bought it sold for 100 million.
God, we actually ever seen him on TV except for you come back and cry here and there. Damn. I remember that happening, but I never thought it was that fucking much.
Damn.
$100 million, bro. Just for nothing, though.
They done made Melania whole ass come out tonight. You got show up.
But hey, man, Tony, we're gonna find out what that 100 million went for Jones.
In his pocket.
We're gonna find out. We and Tony, the Hoodview Politics, is gonna find out where the Van Jones $100 million fucking dollars go.
Honestly speaking,
like on Kid Rock.
Speaking with that money, when it comes to black causes,
don't tell us that. Don't tell the people that. That couldn't solve nothing, did it?
They love to say, "Hey, this is for a black cause. This is for black that. This is for the neighborhood."
Exactly.
But then put that shit right in their pocket.
I don't know where it go.
It's like where it went to. It goes right in their
Hey,
pocket.
what's that motherfucking joint? He gone. You know what I'm saying? It's a joint. Oh, the gas station joint. When niggas be sitting out the gas station and they can be gone, you say, he gone. He gone.
They got that from this game back in the day on Sega Genesis.
I'm about to say you're watching that hillbilly Kid Rock.
Y'all want to hear this bum?
Hell no. You ain't doing that some fake ass fight rap.
He's another one. They went in the back where he got. Amber Rose did the same thing.
That shit don't even look right. Right, you see the white people trying to dance in the second.
The devil without a cause. I'm back with the fever. Hats and Ben David slacks. 30 pack of stroll. Straight rock and roll. No Rogaine in the propane flow. The chosen one. I'm the living proof. With the gift of gab. From the city of truth. You know I jam, stab, and not critics black. And I did not start a win. I said yeah. I'm going platinum selling rhymes. I went platinum 7 times. Still they ill and want to see us fry. I guess because only God knows why. They call me cowboy. I'm the singer of black. Throw a fist in the air. Let me see where you Say Trump, Trump. Like ACDC and ZZ Top. We'll see this beasties in the kings of rock. Skinner, Seeger, Lipcorn, Stones, David Attico, and No-Show Jones. Yeah, pass that bottle of Brown. Got the rock from Detroit, the soul from Motown. The underground, straight Detroit, yeah. With Jackson Mac and slap back to back. Never gain no pain, I don't play with ass. Well, watch me rock with Liberace Flash. I'll rock the Clash, boy bands are trash. I like Johnny Cash and Grandmaster Flash. Flash, 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 flash. Oh, they call me Cowboy. I'm a singer of black. Throw a fist in the air. Let me see where you at. Say fight, fight. Say fight, fight. Say fight, fight. Say Trump, Trump, Trump. I'm American badass. Watch me, kid. You can roll and rock, or you can. I'm the ultimate. I'm like Amazing Grace. I'm gonna rock and roll. Let the rock this place. All super fly. Living double wide. Psychom alive. The big Dr. Bride. They'll sack the share. Bring it fast and flare. And long hair swinging middle finger in the air. Skin boots 65 Chevelle. See me ride and sin and hit a rebel yell.
I ain't hear this song in a long time.
So if you do,
That time I heard this song, this was the Undertaker's theme song, remember?
Oklahoma, Florida, Georgia, Arizona, smell the aroma, and check my hit. I know the station here, cause trust the They call me Cowboy, I'm a singer of black. Throw a fist in the air, let me see where you're at. Say Trump, Trump, Trump. Say Trump, Trump, Trump. Say Trump, Trump, Trump. Say Trump, Trump, Trump. I need to hear you louder than that. One more time. I'm a cowboy, badass and black. You sing Trump, Trump, Trump. From side to side, from front to back. Come on, Trump, Trump, Trump. Put Detroit City back on the map. We sing it Trump, Trump. Get rocks in the house. This is where I'm at. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the most patriotic American badass on earth, President Donald J. Trump. But first, another American badass, my brother, Dana White. God bless America.
Okay, this is not your grandmother's Republican Party with the cashmere sweater set and the pearls. I'm just, some people here are loving that moment, and some look like they might have taken a wrong turn. This was not the Republican convention they remember from back in the old Bush-Reagan years.
What's so interesting is the call and response that we have seen throughout the night and throughout the week when it comes to the word fight, when it comes to that raised fist. Right before Kid Rock came onto the convention stage, which is a sentence that, of course, is saying here tonight because that's what happened. You saw them put up that picture that has become so symbolic of the moments after the former president was rushed off the stage, as he was being rushed off after that assassination attempt against him. People here are selling shirts and buying shirts with that picture on it. People here, I've talked to some delegates wearing fake ear bandages in solidarity with the former president. They have really seized on this imagery.
Dana White takes the podium.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dana White. I am the CEO and president of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. So 2 weeks ago, I got a call from President Trump asking me if I'd be willing to speak tonight. As usual, there was no pressure, no demands. He asked me as a friend, and of course I said yes. Then, after I accepted his offer, he sent me a text message, and I just want to read to you a little piece of what President Trump wrote to me. Dana, I'm so honored that you will be doing the introduction at the National Republican Convention. Think of it as the biggest fight you ever had, a fight for our country and even the world. I only wish you didn't have to interrupt your family trip, but I hope they understand they love you and they know how important this is. Now think about this. This man's running for president of the United States. He's fighting for the future of this country, and he's concerned about interrupting my family trip. That's the President Trump that I know, a man who truly cares about people. The mainstream media likes to push the narrative that he doesn't care about anyone but himself. I absolutely know that's not the truth, because I've been friends with this guy for 25 years. And for the people who know me, they'll know this is true. I just want to make something very clear. Nobody in the Trump campaign has ever told me what to say. Nobody tells me what to say, and I'm nobody's puppet.
Yes, they did. You just told on yourself. The fact you said that.
I'm not telling you what to think.
Told on yourself.
I'm telling you what I
know. Because that
and I know President Trump.
letter sound like somebody else wrote it.
I know President Trump is a fighter. I've been saying this since 2015. Now look at what's happened over the last 10 years. We have all seen it with our own eyes.
Nigga been running for 9 years.
I'm in the tough guy business, and this man is the toughest, most resilient human being that I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, it's easy to be a tough guy when you beating up on women. You cannot be serious.
The higher the stakes, the harder
you got a
he
woman
fights,
beat
and
out
this
there.
guy never ever gives up. So
Last
what's
night,
the
they
answer?
had
The answer
last night they
is
had
in
a
President Trump's
motherfucker get
text.
out of
And I
jail.
quote, a
And come
fight for our
straight to the
country.
motherfucking convention and speak.
I know why he's running for president again. Why else would he put himself through everything he's dealt with?
Nigga
just
about to
get
get
back
locked
here?
up.
We all know he doesn't need this. This guy's got a great life. He has a beautiful family.
I hate this,
and he has achieved everything that
This
you
is
could
what I hate.
possibly achieve in life. I know President Trump is literally putting his life on the line for something bigger than himself. And he's willing to risk it all because he loves this country.
Documents to his house.
And I know he wants what's best for the American people. All American people.
What is it,
I
July?
know he's running for
Mid-July?
president to save our American dream.
They had a good.
I'm living the American dream. And I
shit gonna
know
come
the
to an
American
end.
dream is very
It's too
real.
much time.
Whether you were born in this country or came here from someplace else, this is the last real land of opportunity.
But you're rounding everybody up, so there ain't gonna be no place else.
Reagan once said, government's first duty is to protect the people, not run their lives. And if you're buried in government red tape, how will you ever start your own business? If you're struggling to pay your bills, how can you ever afford to start a family? And if you don't feel safe in your own town, why would you ever buy a house? I know that President Trump is fighting to save the American dream, and that's what's at stake in this election. We are choosing who we want to lead us in this fight. I know President Trump is a proven leader, a fearless leader, and this country was in a much better place when he was in the
They
Oval
keep
Office.
doing that.
Hey, when Trump already started speaking, so you will let the whole speech rock.
But this election,
Yeah, I'm cutting him off.
Huh?
Go ahead.
All right, that'll work. Then comment on whatever the fuck he done said.
Yeah, it's a lot. Go ahead. It's a lot I want to get into here.
It's gonna
First of
be-
all, he said 25 years he's been his friend. Cool.
Yeah.
At the same time, how can you then say the country was better when he was president? Why y'all keep doing that?
And
to be honest with you,
millions. It's because of this dude.
Out of everybody that
thousands, if not millions of people died from COVID just because he mishandled it and didn't want to believe COVID was that serious. All the people died. And they talking about the country was better. The country was shut down because he wouldn't listen. How was it better?
I'm confused on what's better. Be honest with you.
Just because they forgot about that. Well,
the reason why you forgot about it is why
they was oblivious to it. Let's put it that way.
Why you forget about we was in a pandemic?
They oblivious to it.
If Trump was president, would we still be talking about the fucking pandemic or not?
We'd be still talking.
We'd probably be still locked down.
I probably did.
And then that's true. that's not even hyperbole. That's some real shit. It's like we don't know where we're going at that time. We always in a situation where we don't know what the fucking future would look like. You know what I'm saying? We was getting sick out the blue. You ain't know what this. My man here went to the motherfucking hospital off that motherfucking corona shit. Had to get a motherfucker on oxygen and all types of shit. So you don't know if another round of that shit would have done to people. It would have took so many more people out. You feel me?
FYI, I do work in the hospital, right? COVID is starting to creep right back up.
Shit, Biden got it. Oh my goodness. Watch how this motherfucker about to come out.
But the only problem, the difference is now COVID is nothing because it's things to combat it now.
This motherfucker out here with a maxi pad on his ear.
It's just another, what's the name now?
But the problem.
But before that, somebody that was president didn't know how to control it, or didn't believe it.
He didn't
like
care about it.
Yeah,
he didn't care.
What I want to know is,
as long as you were still paying your taxes.
But all this, the world was better at that time. Is crazy. We was literally in the house. We didn't know what to do. We was on the internet talking to each other. Like, what is he talking about? I don't know why they keep saying that. And then none of the media
can get away with it.
The media is not saying anything to the country is better. On what metrics are you using? Unemployment is better. Everything is better.
Oh my god. Detroit. Oh my goodness. You got a firefighter. Oh no, that's the dude that got killed. I guess that's his uniform. Yeah, that's what that is. The dude uniform that got killed. Because the motherfucker missed him.
Before we go any further, man, UFC motherfucking owner,
Dana White.
His speech was better than everybody's for the last night and yesterday. This day, even though put aside the lies. I already know they lying like fuck.
But even all the lies, you know the viewership is down 21% for this convention compared to the last Republican convention. So you got 20% of the people or the viewers that watched the last one say, fuck that shit, we ain't watching. This shit is either Trump or it's not. That's going to be the whole election. And I think that's what Democrats depending on. That either people go to no matter what the ticket be, they be, it's either Trump or it's not. It's Project 2025 or it's not. It's a national abortion ban or not. It's a right-wing, crazy-ass Supreme Court for the next 50 years or it's not.
Now, the UFC bomber that just went off, besides the lies, he had the best speech before. Besides Huckabee. What's the name, daughter? Huckabee?
Sarah Huckabee.
Sarah Huckabee.
Just start speaking and mute my mic.
And I think the speech he just did, if you set aside the lies, right? After the lies, he really hyped this person up, though. You feel me? He said this nigga's motherfucking more courageous than the rest of the motherfucking UFC fighters he be around all the time, bro.
But now we have to sit here and now we have to analyze. Now we have to sit and analyze how do the UFC fighters feel working for him saying some shit like that.
That's what I mean.
And thank you, Dana. Thank you, Kid Rock, sometimes referred to as Bob.
Kid Rock trash. I think he's on his last one.
And thank you, Lee, right from the beginning. Thank you very much. What a talent. What a beautiful, beautiful song. Thank you. Friends,
he's one of the main
delegates, and fellow citizens, I stand before you this evening with a message of confidence, strength, and hope. 4 months from now, we will have an incredible victory, and we will begin the 4 greatest years in the history of our country. Together, we will launch a new era of safety, prosperity, and freedom for citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed. The discord and division in our society must be healed. We must heal it quickly. As Americans, we are bound together by a single fate and a shared destiny. We rise together or we fall apart. I am running to be president for all of America, not half of America, because there is no victory in winning for half of America. So tonight, with faith and devotion, I proudly accept your nomination for President of the United States. Thank you.
This is now officially MAGA Party. Man, one of his both of his daughters fine, but one of them thick.
Thank you very much.
Look at the crowd, man. I wouldn't even want to sit there and eat at a breakfast if this many motherfucking these people was there.
And we will do it right.
Listen to what this motherfucker is about to say on Yahoo.
Let me begin this evening by expressing my gratitude to the American people for your outpouring of love and support following the assassination attempt at my rally on Saturday. As you already know, the assassin's bullet came within a quarter of an inch of taking my life.
Oh, Lord.
So many people have asked me, what happened? Tell us what happened, please. And therefore, I will tell you exactly what happened. And you'll never hear it from me a second time because it's actually too painful to tell. It was a warm, beautiful day in the early evening in Butler Township in the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Music was loudly playing and the campaign was doing really well. I went to the stage and the crowd was cheering wildly. Everybody was happy. I began speaking very strongly, powerfully, and happily, because I was discussing the great job my administration did on immigration at the southern border. We were very proud of it. Behind me and to the right was a large screen that was displaying a chart of border crossings under my leadership. The numbers were absolutely amazing. In order to see
what does it mean, absolutely amazing?
I started to, like this, turn to my right and was ready to begin a little bit further turn, which I'm very lucky I didn't do, when I heard a loud whizzing sound and felt something hit me really, really hard on my right ear. I said to myself, wow, what was that? It can only be a bullet. And moved my right hand to my ear, brought it down. My hand was covered with blood, just absolutely blood all over the place.
Huh?
I immediately knew it was very serious, that we were under attack. And in one movement proceeded to drop to the ground. Bullets were continuing to fly. as very brave Secret Service agents rushed to the stage, and they really did. They rushed to the stage.
Why is he telling the story of a position, bro? You don't get it. You make it too much.
These are great people.
Bad sob story.
At great risk, I will tell you, and pounced on top of me so that I would be protected. There was blood pouring everywhere, and yet, in a certain way, I felt very safe because I had God on my side. I felt that.
This nigga is a serious motherfucking salesman, bro. You see how the people praying? That's how. Those are MAGA. Yeah, that's why he's telling the story.
The amazing thing is that prior to the shot, if I had not moved my head at that very last instant, the assassin's bullet would have perfectly hit its mark, and I would not be here tonight. We would not be together. The most incredible aspect of what took place on that terrible evening in the fading sun was actually seen later. In almost all cases, as you probably know, and when even a single bullet is fired, just a single bullet, and we had many bullets that were being fired, crowds run for the exits or stampede, but not in this case. It's very unusual. This massive crowd of tens of thousands of people stood by and didn't move an inch. In fact, many of them bravely, but automatically stood up looking for where the sniper would be. They knew immediately it was a sniper, and then began pointing at him. You can see that if you look at the group behind me. That was just a small group compared to what was in front. Nobody ran, and by not stampeding, many lives were saved. But that isn't the reason.
They told them to stay and put. If you would have moved, you probably got shot.
That they didn't move. The reason is that they knew I was in very serious trouble. They saw it. They saw me go down. They saw the blood and thought, actually most did, that I was dead. They knew it was a shot to the head. They saw the blood. And there's an interesting statistic. The ears are the bloodiest part. If something happens with the ears, they bleed more than any other part.
Oh, you ain't
of
heard
the
that
body.
yet. I'm ahead of you.
For whatever reason, the doctors told me that. I said, why is there so much blood? He said, it's the ears. They bleed more. So we learned something, but they just...
You learned something, nigga.
They just, this beautiful crowd, they didn't want to leave me. They knew I was in trouble. They didn't want to leave me. And
where was all this blood he was talking
you can
about?
see that love written all over their faces. Incredible
My
people.
friend,
They're incredible people.
Dave
Bullets
Chappelle
were
said it
flying
best.
over us,
He's an
and I
honest
felt serene.
liar.
But now the Secret Service agents were putting themselves in peril. They were in very dangerous territory. Bullets were flying right over them, missing them by a very small amount of inches. And then it all stopped. Our Secret Service sniper, from a much greater distance and with only one bullet used, took the assassin's life, took him out.
Yeah. I don't think this is like, why I'm talking about this?
I'm not supposed to be here tonight. Not supposed to be here.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
I is very bad.
Thank you. But I'm not. And I'll tell you, I stand before you in this arena only by the grace of Almighty God. In watching the reports over the last few days, many people say it was a providential moment. Probably was. When I rose, surrounded by Secret Service, the crowd was confused because they thought I was dead. And there was great, great sorrow. I could see that on their faces as I looked out. They didn't know I was looking out. They thought it was over. But I could see it, and I wanted to do something to let them know I was okay. I raised my right arm, looked at the thousands and thousands of people that were breathlessly waiting, and started shouting, "Fight, fight, fight."
Oh my God, they have to put that shit up. Is this serious?
Once my clenched fist went up.
Wait, what?
And it was high into the air. You've all seen that.
Huh?
The crowd realized I was okay and roared with pride for our country like no crowd I have ever heard before.
Honestly
Never heard
speaking,
anything like it.
it's almost like
For the rest of my
when
life,
the
I will
Olympics
be
happened,
grateful
when
for the
the two Black
love
Panthers
shown
members
by that giant audience of
raised
patriots
their fists at the
that
Olympics.
stood bravely
It's like,
on
y'all
that
can't take the black
fateful
man shit.
evening
Y'all
in
redneck
Pennsylvania.
motherfuckers.
Tragically, the shooter claimed the life of one of our fellow Americans, Corey Comparator. Unbelievable person, everybody tells me.
They don't know his name. He tried to tell it all and say unbelievable person.
Unbelievable. And seriously wounded. Two other great warriors. Spoke to them today. David Dutch and James Copenhaver.
Wait, what?
Two great people.
Come on, look this up. I know
also
Biden had
spoke
talked to him
all
before now.
three families of these tremendous people. Our love and prayers are with them, and always will be. We're never going to forget them. They came for a great rally. They were serious Trumpsters.
No,
I
oh
wanna
my!
tell you. They were
Oh,
serious Trumpsters.
What is
They still
happening?
are.
no, you
But
ain't.
Corey,
You ain't seen it.
unfortunately, we have to
One
use the
minute.
past tense. He
Oh
was
my
so
God!
complicated. He was a highly respected former fire chief, respected by everybody. Was accompanied by his wife, Helen, incredible woman. I spoke to her today, devastated, and two precious daughters. He lost his life selflessly acting as a human shield to protect them from flying bullets. He went right over the top of them and was hit. What a fine man he was.
I'm gonna mute my mic and watch you.
Oh, what?
I want to thank the fire department and the family for sending his helmet, his outfit, and it was just something, and they're going to do something very special when they get it. But we did something which cannot match what happened, not even close. But I am very proud to say that over the past few days, we've raised $6.3 million. For the families of David, James, and Corey, including from a friend of mine, just called up. He sent me a check right here. I just got it.
Oh my.
$1 million. From Dan Newland. Thank you, Dan.
Who?
And again, when speaking to the family, I told them, I said, well, I'm going to be sending you a lot of money, but it can't compensate. They all said the same thing. You're right, sir. We appreciate so much what you're doing, but nothing can take the place in the case of Corey and the other two. By the way, they were very, very seriously injured, but now they're doing very well. They're going to be okay. They're going to be doing very well.
I'm glad he's doing this because he's not talking policy at all.
They're warriors. So now I ask that we observe a moment of silence in honor of our friend Corey.
He says a coat.
It is.
So that's gonna be his whole fucking speech. Is the night he got shot thing? What?
There is no greater love than to lay down one's life
What
for
is-
others.
What is going on?
This is the spirit that forged America in her darkest hours. And this is the love that will lead America back to the summit of human achievement and
He
greatness.
had a
This
point
is what we
where
need.
to sit there and tell people
Despite such
Jesus,
a heinous attack,
and
we
they'll
unite
bow
this
down
evening more determined
they might one
than
by
ever.
one line up
I
and
am
suck
more
his dick.
determined than ever, and so are you. So is
Look,
everybody.
all God needs to do one thing: go online, sit here at home, and come out and say, "Leave second water. We ban assault rifles." In light of the incident that
Thank
happened to
you very
him,
much.
we got to get off these guns. Just let it go. What they gonna do? They gonna do. And just do these things, man. Like to undercut these. You start playing some politics with these bitches, huh? Fuck.
Our resolve is unbroken and our purpose
Hey,
is
uniform might be
unchanged to
fake.
deliver a government that serves the American people better than ever before. Nothing will stop me in this mission because our vision is righteous and our cause is pure. No matter what obstacle comes our way, we will not break, we will not bend, we will not back down, and I will never stop fighting for you, your family, and our
Wait, what?
magnificent country.
That's it?
Never.
Wait, what? You give me the whole thing? No, y'all cannot be serious,
And everything
bro.
I have to give with
No,
all
this
of the energy and fight in my heart
tell you,
and
he ain't
soul,
gotta say
I
nothing.
pledge to
We
our
at a point
nation
where he
tonight.
don't have
Thank you
to say
very much. I
nothing.
pledge
Bruh,
that to
election.
our nation.
these
No,
motherfuckers
Going to turn our nation around, and we're going to
get
do it
on
very
there,
quickly. Thank
NBC and
you.
CNN, and start acting like this is like no. I
No,
get
this
this
election
happened. You should have
should be
done this
about the
another
issues
speech.
facing our
Like,
country and how to
what are we
make
doing?
America
I'm glad he
successful,
did it
safe,
though, 'cause he ain't
free,
talking about
and
nothing.
great again.
I'm glad he getting the policies in that. Now
In an age
Democrats got to
when
start
our
making them.
politics too often divide us, now is the time to remember that we are all fellow citizens. We
You
are
talking about
one
MAGA? Of
nation
course,
under
it don't matter
God,
what he do.
indivisible,
I'm
with
talking about
liberty and
everybody else.
justice for all.
You haven't said what you gonna do. A lot of folks that's undecided to vote. They didn't say what they gonna do. Ain't a proposal. It's just
And we
nothing.
must
No
not
business.
criminalize
Nothing.
dissent
Just
or
what happened to me the other night.
demonize political
Like, it's just-
disagreement, which is what's been happening in our country lately at a level
Okay,
that
all right.
nobody has
Never
ever
lies
seen
now. Here we
before.
go.
In that spirit, the Democrat Party should immediately stop weaponizing the justice system and
Here
labeling
you
their
go.
political
First
opponents
lie.
as an enemy of democracy.
He avoided a lot of lies until now. We saw someone put
Especially since
policies, lies
that
come
is
out.
not true. In fact, I am the one saving democracy for the people of our country.
The 3 lies.
And very big news, as you probably just read. On Monday, a major ruling was handed down from a highly respected federal judge in Florida, Eileen Cannon.
This family said
finding
highly
that the
respected.
prosecutor and the fake documents
You're
case
reprimanded
against
4 or
me
5 times.
were totally unconstitutional, and the entire case was thrown out of court. With all of that publicity thrown out of court.
Nothing about policy.
If Democrats want to unify our country, they should drop these partisan witch hunts, which I have been going through for approximately 8 years. And they should do that without delay and allow an election to proceed that is worthy of our people. We're going to win it anyway, but worthy of our people.
This bitch got
On this
a
journey, I
piece
am
of
deeply
Band-Aid
honored to
over
be
her ear.
joined by my amazing
Half the
wife,
crowd is doing that.
Melania.
It's a cult, bet. It's a cult, my brother.
Did Melania talk tonight?
Cult.
What's she called? Oh no. Oh no. The bitch on the side looking at her like, I don't even know her. She's supposed to be vice president girl. She's looking at her like, I don't even know this her. Where's she been?
And Melania, thank you very much. You also did something really beautiful, a letter to America calling
And that's
for
the other thing.
national unity, and it
The
really
vice
took the
president they
Republican
picked,
Party by surprise.
his
I
wife
will
is
tell you, it
Hispanic.
was beautiful.
What the fuck is going on?
She's an alien.
In fact, some very
No,
serious
she's Indian,
people
though.
said that we should
His kid's Indian.
take that letter and put it as part of the
He even got a son
Republican
named
platform. That would be an
Swami.
honor, wouldn't it? Right? Mr. Congressman?
You know who Swami is, right?
But it
Yeah,
captivated so many.
I'm a
So I
Swami.
also want to
Oh,
thank my
no.
entire family for being here. Don, Kimberly,
This has
Ivanka,
been a
Jared,
dud. It's
Eric,
no way
and
an
Lara,
analyzer.
Tiffany and
I
Michael.
can't wait to go on CNN and see Dan
Baron,
Jones.
we love our Baron.
It is no way anybody analyze politics and say this is good. It's
And
no
of
way you can pull
course,
that out your ass.
My 10 wonderful grandchildren, you saw a few of them up there on my lap before.
Did the vice president say Paul?
And how good was Dana?
Anybody talk about
Was Dana good? I mean, was he good? You know, he was on probably the only vacation he's had in about maybe ever, because he works, but about 10 years with his wife, very far away. I won't tell you where, but very, very far away. Beautiful place. And my people called and he said, yeah, I won't be able to do it. This is many, many years. I promised my wife I can't do it. And they came in, they said, Dana won't be able to do it because he was my
Same
first,
Dana
second,
that
and
beat
third
her,
choice.
that whole ass in the middle of the club.
I said, well, you know, that's too bad, but I understand he's away and that's good. It's
And
good
his
for
wife
him.
beat his wife in the club one night.
And that was it. About 30 minutes later, she came back in, sir, Dana just called. He's going to do it. And his wife, she said, you can't turn him down. You just can't do it. You have to go. That's a good wife.
Wow, that's a good wife. Be complicit. Do what I say, ho.
So he got on a plane. He got here a little while ago. Now he's going to get on the plane in a little while and he's going to go back home to his wife. But they're great. And I just want to thank her and him and their whole family because that's not easy. And Kid Rock, same thing. Called, he said, I want to be a part of it. I want to be a part because, you know, Kid does his great song, Big, Big Monster song. I had no idea. You know, he became a friend of mine over the last 10 years. And he's amazing. Everyone loves him. I didn't even know how big he was. You know, he has rallies, 35, 40,000 people he gets every time he goes out. I think he's making so much money, he doesn't know what the hell to do with it. You want to know? What? And then we have my other friend that I've known him
He's a
so
good salesman.
long, and
Got
we
some
took
credit,
that
bro.
song, and it was a big success, but we made that. I saw a
Like
chart
we
of
start talking
great
about stuff that I
songs
already
in
know.
America, that was number
I
one
realize
on
he
the
a good
chart
salesman.
recently.
He just
Number
sold
one.
Kill
So
Rock or something he wasn't.
that's Lee Greenwood, a very special, beautiful person. He's a beautiful man. But they all wanted to be here. They called. And how about the Hulkster? How good was he? Is he up? Where is he? Boy, oh boy. You know, they may call that entertainment. I know about entertainment, but when he used to lift a 350-pound man over his shoulders and then bench press him 2 rows into the audience, I say maybe entertainment, but he is one strong son of a gun. I will tell you, I watched it many times. There aren't a lot of entertainers that can do that, right? You were fantastic. Thank you very much. Followed by Eric. What was that all about? Boy, that was good. I didn't want to really come up here. But he was so great, and he's such a good young man. He went through a lot of trouble, and Don last night was incredible. They went through so much trouble. They got subpoenaed more than any people probably in the history of the United States. Every week they get another subpoena from the Democrats, crazy Nancy Pelosi, the whole thing, just boom, boom, boom. They've got to stop that because they're destroying our country. We have to work on making America great again, not on beating people. And we won. We beat them in all. We beat them on the impeachments. We beat them on indictments. We beat them. But the time that you have to spend, if they would devote that genius to helping our country, we'd have a much stronger and better country. And Jason, the biggest star in country music. Jason, thank you for being here. Jason, thank you very much. Jason Aldean, he's good. I like his wife even better, by the way. She's here. Thank you, Jason. But I'm thrilled to have a new friend and partner fighting by my side. The next Vice President of the United States, the current Senator from Ohio, J.D. Vance, and his incredible wife, Usha. He's going to be a great Vice President. He's going to be great. He'll be with this country and with this movement, greatest movement in the history of our country, Make America Great Again. When they criticize it, they say, we're going to try and stop MAGA. I said, MAGA is Make America Great Again. What are you going to stop? There's nothing to stop. Then they say, oh, that's right. It's very tough to fight it. And all of the people that did try and fight it have failed. But he's going to be with us for a long time, and it was an honor to select him. Great, great student at Yale. His wife was a great student at Yale. They met at Yale. These are two smart people. So, J.D., you're going to be doing this for a long time. Enjoy the ride. And a very special thank you to the extraordinary people of Milwaukee and the great state of, oh, there they are. There they
Make
are.
America great once again.
You are so easy to spot.
Once again.
And Green Bay's going to have a good team this year, right? They're going to have a good team. They're going to have a good team. Most of the audience doesn't like it, but it's true. You're going to have a very good team this year. And by the way, Wisconsin, we are spending over $250 million here, creating jobs and other economic development all over the place. So I hope you will remember this in November and give us your vote. I am trying to buy your vote. I'll be honest about that.
Yeah, you're going to lie about that. He's going to buy that vote.
I promise we will make Wisconsin great again. We're going to make
We just made up something. Said we spending 20. What is he talking?
Thank you very much.
What is
Thank
he
you.
spending?
I'm here
You
tonight to lay out a
I keep
vision
telling
for
you,
the
you don't have
nation,
to.
to every citizen,
listen.
whether you're a
Sit there.
young or old man or
told you,
woman,
Dave Chappelle
Democrat,
said,
Republican or
"Conflict.
independent, black or white,
Honest life.
Asian
Tony.
or Hispanic, I extend to you a hand of loyalty and of friendship. Together we will lead America to new heights of greatness like the world has never seen before. We were right there in the first term.
Oh my God.
We got hit with COVID. We did a great job. Nobody knew what it was, but nobody's ever seen an economy pre-COVID. And then we handed over a stock market that was substantially higher than just prior to COVID. Coming in, did a great job. Never got credit for that. We got credit for the war and defeating ISIS and so many things, the great economy, the biggest tax cuts ever, the biggest regulation cuts ever, the creation of Space Force, the rebuilding of our military. We did so much. We did so much. Right to try. Right to try is a big deal.
Right to try? What the fuck
We
is
got
that?
right to try. They were trying to get that for 52 years.
What's right to try?
Somebody's terminally ill. And hopefully there's nobody in this audience, but it does happen a lot. they're terminally ill and they can't use our new space age drugs and other things that we are way ahead. We have the greatest doctors in the world, the greatest laboratories in the world, and you
Bruh,
can't do it.
first
They've
you
been
said
trying
you
to
don't
get that
believe in
approved
the
for
vaccine,
52
and
years.
then we
Wasn't
got the
that
greatest
easy?
whatever in the
The
world.
insurance companies didn't want to do it. They didn't want the risk. The labs didn't want to do it because if it didn't work, people are pretty far down the line toward death. They didn't want to do it. The doctors didn't want to have it on their records, so I got everybody into an office. 52 years they tried. Sounds simple, but it's not. And I got them to agree that somebody that needs it will, instead of going to Asia or Europe or someplace, or if you have no money, going home and dying, just die. We got them to sign an agreement, agree to it, where they're not going to sue anybody. They're going to get all of this stuff. They're going to get it really fast. And what's happened is we're saving thousands and thousands of lives. It's incredible. Right to try. It's a great feeling. Under our leadership, the United States will be respected again. No nation will question our power. No enemy will doubt our might. Our borders will be totally secure. Our economy will soar.
Hey, Tony.
We will return law and order to our streets. Patriotism.
Remember what Dave
first rule,
Chappelle
but
said,
importantly,
right?
We will restore peace, stability, and harmony.
Remember what Dave
all
Chappelle
throughout the
said, right?
world. But to achieve this future,
On his
we
comedy
must
special.
first rescue our nation from
He said he's an honest
failed
liar.
and even incompetent leadership. We have totally incompetent
he is.
leadership.
He
This
believe
will
all
be
his
the
lies.
most important election in the history of our country. Under the current administration, we are indeed a nation in decline. We have an inflation crisis that is making life unaffordable, ravaging the incomes of working and low-income families, and crushing, just simply crushing our people like never before. They've never seen anything like it. We also have an illegal immigration crisis, and it's taking place right now as we sit here in this beautiful arena. It's a massive invasion at our southern border that has spread misery, crime, poverty, disease, and destruction to communities all across our land. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Then there's an international crisis, the likes of which the world has seldom been part of. Nobody can believe what's happening. War is now raging in Europe, in the Middle East. A growing specter of conflict hangs over Taiwan, Korea, the Philippines, and all of Asia. And our planet is teetering on the edge of World War III. And this will be a war like no other war because of weaponry. The weapons are no longer army tanks going back and forth shooting at each other. These weapons are obliteration. It's time for a change. This administration can't come close to solving the problems. We're dealing with very tough, very fierce people. They're fierce people. And we don't have fierce people. We have people that are a lot less than fierce, except when it comes to cheating on elections and a couple of other things. Then they're fierce. Then they're fierce. So tonight, I make this pledge to the great people of America. I will end the devastating inflation crisis immediately, bring down interest rates, and lower the cost of energy. We will drill, baby, drill. Can you believe what they're doing? But by doing that, we will lead a large-scale decline in prices. Prices will start to come down. Energy raised it. They took our energy policies and destroyed them. Then they immediately went back to them, but by that time, so much was lost. But we will do it at levels that nobody's ever seen before. And we'll end lots of different things. We'll start paying off debt and start lowering taxes even further. We gave you the largest tax cut. We'll do it more. You know, people don't realize I brought taxes way down, way down, and yet we took in more revenues the following year than we did when the tax rate was much higher. Most people said, how did you do that? Because it was incentive. Everybody was coming to the country. They were bringing back billions and billions of dollars into our country. The companies made it impossible to bring it back. The tax rate was too high, and the legal complications were far too great. I changed both of them, and hundreds of billions of dollars by Apple and so many other companies were brought back into our nation, and we had an economy the likes of which no nation had ever seen. China, we were beating them at levels that were incredible. And they know it. They know it. We'll do it again, but we'll do it even better. I will end the illegal immigration crisis by closing our border and finishing the wall, most of which I've already built.
You said most of which you did, though, bro. Wow.
On the wall, we were dealing with a very difficult Congress.
Crisis,
And
you
I said,
didn't want them
oh,
to
that's
pass
okay.
the
We
bill.
won't go to Congress. I call it an invasion. We gave our military almost $800 billion. I said, I'm going to take a little of that money because this is an invasion. And we built, most of the wall is already built. And we built it through using the funds because what's better than that? We have to stop the invasion into our country that's killing hundreds of thousands of people a year. We're not going to let that happen. I will end every single international crisis that the current administration has created, including the horrible war with Russia and Ukraine, which would have never happened if I was president, and the war caused by the attack on Israel, which would have never happened if I was president. Iran was broke. Iran had no money. Now Iran has $250 billion. They made it all over the last 2.5 years. They were broke. I watched the other day on a show called Deface the Nation. Has anyone seen it? And they had a congressman who was a Democrat say, well, whether you like him or not, Iran was broke dealing with Trump. I told China and other countries, if you buy from Iran, we will not let you do any business in this country, and we will put tariffs on every product you do send in of 100% or more. And they said to me, well, I think that's about it. They weren't going to buy any oil. And they were ready to make a deal. Iran was going to make a deal with us. And then we had that horrible, horrible result that we'll never let happen again. The election result, we're never going to let that happen again. They used COVID to cheat. We're never going to let it happen again. And they took off all the sanctions and they did everything possible for Iran. And now Iran is very close to having a nuclear weapon, which would have never happened. This is a shame what this administration, the damage that this administration has done. And I say it often, if you took the 10 worst presidents in the history of the United States, think of it, the 10 worst, added them up, they will not have done the damage that Biden has done. I'm only going to use the term once. Biden, I'm not going to use the name anymore, just one time. The damage that he's done to this country is unthinkable. It's unthinkable. Together we will restore vision, strength, competence, and we're going to have a thing called common sense, making most of our decisions, actually. It's all common sense.
You got
Just
to
a
be
few
making this shit
short
up as you
years
go
ago,
along.
under my presidency, we had the most secure border and best economy in the history of our country, in the history of the world. We had the greatest economy in the history of the world. We had never done anything like it. We were beating every country, including China, by leaps and bounds. Nobody had seen anything like it. We had no inflation, soaring incomes were going. Nobody can believe it. You can't believe what happened 4 years ago is happening now in reverse. And the world was at peace. Inflation has been a killer for our country. No matter what you make it, it doesn't matter because inflation is eating you alive. People that were putting away money, they were making great wages, the highest they've ever made, but they were putting away a lot of money. Now they are just being destroyed. They're not putting away anything. They're barely living. They're going into savings accounts. They're taking out their money to live because of inflation. Inflation, remember, it's called a country buster. You can go back to Germany from 100 years ago. You can go back to any country that suffered great inflation. We've suffered the worst inflation we've ever had. But go back and see what's happened to those countries. We've had the worst inflation we've ever had under this person. But in less than 4 years, our opponents have turned incredible success into unparalleled tragedy and failure. It's been a tremendous failure. Today, our cities are flooded with illegal aliens. Americans are being squeezed out of the labor force and their jobs are taken. By the way, you know who's taking the jobs that are created? 107% of those jobs are taken by illegal aliens. And you know who's being hurt the most by millions of people pouring into our country? The black population and the Hispanic population, because they're taking the jobs from our black population, our Hispanic population, and they're also taking them from unions. The unions are suffering because of it. What? Thank you. Thank you. I like you too. Thank you very much. Inflation has wiped out the life savings of our citizens and forced the middle class into a state of depression and despair. That's what it is. It's despair and depression. We cannot and will not
Yeah, find out what
let this
middle class
continue.
is.
Less than 4 years ago, we were a great nation, and we will soon be a great nation again. We're going to be a great nation again. Thank you. With proper leadership, every disaster we are now enduring will be fixed, and it will be fixed very, very quickly.
What?
So tonight, whether you've supported me in the past or not, I hope you will support me in the future, because I will bring back the American dream. That's what we're going to do. You don't even hear about the American dream anymore.
That's main man, vice president. He's saying in his
Great
book. He
humility,
just got that from him.
I am asking you to be excited
I think he wrote this shit.
about the future of our country. Be excited. Be excited. And by the way, the news reports, look at all of those big networks.
There you
Look at
go.
them. They're all here. But
Fake
every
news.
one of them has said
Yeah.
this could be the most organized, best run, and most enthusiastic convention of either party that they've ever seen. Every single
Look at
one.
that, all these lies. Lies.
And it's true. It's true. And there's love in the room. There's great love in the room.
Everything is the best ever with him, bro. Yeah.
So I better finish strong. Otherwise, we'll blow it. And we can't let that happen.
And he
This
talked
was
about
great. All of the
policy at
great
all.
people that spoke, and everybody hit a home
what I'm
run. I
thinking.
mean, there's not
Sounded
one
good to
that
me
I
so
can
far.
think of where I said, oh, gee, that
Now, this
was
dude has
great.
spoke all
Every
this time and
single
ain't gave you
person.
shit.
I refuse to be the only one. Don't do that to me.
He's
They're
really
already
been
getting
talking
ready. See, I
for
gave him an idea.
30 minutes now.
No, this was a great convention. This was,
Lorraine said,
I think we're
what
actually going to go
policy,
home and miss
boys?
it. You know, usually with first of all, look at these crowds. You'd never have this at a convention. Look at these crowds.
He just said nothing would have happened if he was president. It's gonna happen when he is. Like
Love. It's about
What?
love. This week, the entire Republican Party has formally adopted an agenda for America's renewal, and you saw that agenda, and it's very short compared to the long, boring, meaningless agendas of the past, including the Democrats. They write these things that are hundreds of pages long, and they never read them after they're done. In their case, fortunately, they don't read them because they're pretty bad. It's a series of bold promises that we will swiftly implement when you give us a Republican House. And Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. We have our great Speaker of the House with us tonight, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much. Thank you. A Republican Senate, we have many senators here. And send me back to our beautiful White House just a few short months from now. We're talking about just months. It can't come fast enough. We have to get it done. First, we must get economic relief to our citizens. Starting on day one, we will drive down prices and make America affordable again. We have to make it affordable. It's not affordable. People can't live like this. Under this administration, our current administration, groceries are up 57%, gasoline is up 60 and 70%, mortgage rates have quadrupled. And the fact is, it doesn't matter what they are because you can't get the money anyway. You can't buy houses. Young people can't get any financing to buy a house. The total household costs have increased an average of $28,000 per family under this administration. Republicans have a plan to bring down prices and bring them down very, very rapidly by slashing energy costs. We will, in turn, reduce the cost of transportation, manufacturing, and all household goods. So much starts with energy. And remember, we have more liquid gold under our feet than any other country by far. We are a nation that has the opportunity to make an absolute fortune with its energy. We have it, and China doesn't. Under the Trump administration, just 3.5 years ago, we were energy independent, but soon we will actually be better than that. We will be energy dominant and supply not only ourselves, but we will supply the rest of the world. With numbers that nobody has ever seen, and we will reduce our debt, $36 trillion. We will start reducing that, and we will also reduce your taxes still further. Next, and by the way, they want to raise your taxes 4 times. Think of it. And all my life, I grew up watching politicians. I always loved politics. I guess I was on the other side. I'd watch and they were always talking about, we will give you a tax cut. We will give you a tax cut. My whole life, I was watching, I will give you a tax cut, right, Mr. Congressman? That's all they talked about. This is the only administration that said, we're going to raise your taxes by 4 times what you're paying now, and people are supposed to vote for them? I've never heard it. You're paying too much. We're going to reduce your taxes still further. We gave you the biggest one, as I said. We're going to give you more, and it's going to lead to tremendous growth. We want growth in our country. That's what's going to pay off our debt.
But you see how he mixed up cutting taxes for rich people and make you feel like, come on, your tax.
Actually incredible waste of taxpayer dollars
They
that is
taxing
fueling
people
the
4
inflation
times
crisis.
that's
They
billionaires.
spend trillions of dollars
Millionaires.
on things having to do
Left
with the
that
Green
out,
New
make it seem
Scam.
like
It's a
it's the average
scam.
person they tax.
And that's caused tremendous inflationary pressures in addition to
We got to
the
find out what
cost
middle
of
class
energy.
is. Me and Tony got to find
And
out.
all of the trillions of dollars that are sitting there not yet spent, we will redirect that money for important projects like roads, bridges, dams, and we will not allow it to be spent on meaningless green new scam ideas. And I will end the electric vehicle mandate on day one.
Biden did that already.
Thereby saving the U.S. auto industry from complete obliteration, which is happening right now, and saving U.S. customers thousands and thousands of dollars per car. And right now, as we speak, large factories just started, are being built across the border in Mexico. So with all the other things happening on our border, and they're being built by China to make cars and to sell them into our country. No tax, no anything. The United Auto Workers ought to be ashamed for allowing this to happen. And the leader of the United Auto Workers should be fired immediately. And every single auto worker, union and non-union, should be voting for Donald Trump, because we're going to bring back car manufacturing and we're going to bring it back fast. What? They're building some of the largest auto plants anywhere in the world. Think of it, in the world. We're going to bring it back. We're going to make them. We don't mind that happening, but those plants are going to be built in the United States, and our people are going to man those plants. And if they don't agree with us, we'll put a tariff of approximately 100 to 200% on each car, and they will be unsellable in the United States. We have long been taken advantage of by other countries. And think of it, oftentimes these other countries are considered so-called allies. They've taken advantage of us for years. We lose jobs, we lose revenue, and they gain everything and wipe out our businesses, wipe out our people. I stopped it for 4 years. I stopped it. And we're really ready to make changes like nobody had seen before. And remember, USMCA, I got rid of NAFTA, the worst trade deal ever made, and replaced it with USMCA, which is, they say, the best trade deal ever made. Actually, probably the best trade deal was the deal I made with China, where they buy $50 billion worth of our product. They were buying nothing. They buy $50 billion worth. They had to. But I don't even talk about it because of COVID. I don't even mention it, frankly, because of what happened with the China virus. We will not let countries come in, take our jobs, and plunder our nation. They come and do that. They plunder our nation. The way they will sell their product in America is to build it in America. Very simple. Build it in America and only in America. And this very simple formula, and Congress has to go along with us, and they will. This very simple formula will create massive numbers of jobs. We will take over the auto industry again, and many, many hundreds of thousands of jobs. We lost so many jobs over the years. If you go back 20, 25 years, they've stolen, going to China and Mexico, about 68% of our auto industry manufacturing jobs. We're going to get them all back. We're going to get them all back, every one of them. At the center of our plan for economic relief are massive tax cuts for workers that include something else that's turned out to be very popular, actually. Here it's very popular in this building and all those hotels that I saw that are so nice. I'm staying in a nice one. It's called no tax on tips. No tax on tips. No tax on tips. I got that by having dinner recently.
Yeah, it really is, bro.
In Nevada, where we're leading by about 14 points. Hello. I'll see you there very soon, everybody. And we're having dinner at a beautiful restaurant
He getting extra
the Trump building on the Strip, and it's a great building. And the waitress comes over. How's everything going? Really nice person. How's everything? Oh, sir, it's so tough. The government's after me all the time on tips, tips, tips. I said, well, they give you cash. Would they be able to find him? She said, actually, and I didn't know this. She said, very little cash is given. It's all put right on the check. And they come in and they take so much of our money. It's just ridiculous. And they don't believe anything we say. And they've just hired, as you know, 88,000 agents to go after them even more. And I said, this shows the level of my, most people go out, they hire consultants, they pay millions of dollars. But I said to her, let me just ask you a question. Would you be happy if you had no tax on tips? She said, what a great idea. I got my information from a very smart waitress. That's better than spending millions of dollars. And everybody loves it. Waitresses and caddies and drivers and everybody's a large group of people that are being really hurt badly. They make money, let them keep their money. I'm going to protect Social Security and Medicare. Democrats are going to destroy Social Security and Medicare because all of these people, by the millions they're coming in, they're going to be on Social Security and Medicare and other things, and you're not able to afford it. They are destroying your Social Security and your Medicare. Under my plan, incomes will skyrocket, inflation will vanish completely, jobs will come roaring back, and the middle class will prosper like never, ever before, and we're going to do it very rapidly.
Man, he's saying y'all was fucking about.
You definitely got to narrow down what's the
But
middle
no
class.
hope
Man.
or dream we have for America can
Man, this
succeed
bitch ass
unless we
insane.
stop the illegal immigrant invasion, the worst that's
Yeah, we need
ever been
tax rates
seen
you
anywhere
talking
in the
about,
world. There's
0.21%.
never been an invasion like this anywhere. Third world countries would fight with sticks and stones not to let this happen. The invasion at our southern border, we will stop it, and we will stop it quickly. You heard Tom Homan yesterday.
Did you
Tom
read the
Homan,
same line?
put him in charge and just sit back and watch.
Did they turn the planes off?
Brandon Judd, the Border Patrol, he's incredible. These guys, they really, their job is a lot
What,
easier if
tripping?
they don't have to do
Deja vu?
anything, but they
These
want to. They're
things?
patriots. Brandon Judd, Border Patrol, ICE. ICE goes out. You have to see what ICE does with MS-13. You have these are probably the worst gang, and ICE goes in there. And I know a lot of people in these rows here, and they're very tough people, but they don't want to do this job. They'll go into a pack of MS-13 killers. They're the worst, probably the worst gangs in the world. We have thousands of them. I moved thousands and thousands out in my 4 years. We moved them out, and it was a pleasure. But ICE would go right into a pack of these killers, and you see fists flying, you see everything flying, and then they take them. They put them in a paddy wagon. They take them back, and they get them out of our country. And the other countries weren't accepting them back. And I called up and I said, tell them that we're not giving them economic aid
That's the
anymore.
line, son of a bitch.
And the next day, I
What
got
the
calls from
fuck?
all of these countries that were terminated. Billions of dollars we
This
spend in
thing-
economic aid to countries that does us, frankly, no good. And the next day, I was called by everybody. I couldn't take all the calls. Sir, what's the problem? I said, you won't take your killers back that you sent in caravans into America.
they
You
can't
won't
let 'em
take
get
them
away with
back.
all
Well,
this shit.
sir, if you'd like us to, we would give very serious consideration to doing that. And within 24 hours, they were being taken back for years and years. When I first came in, they said President Obama tried to get him to go back, and they wouldn't accept him. They'd put planes on the runway so you couldn't leave the plane. They'd close the road so you couldn't take the buses. They'd all have to turn back. As soon as I said no more economic aid of any kind to any country that does that, they called back and they said, sir, it would be our great honor to take MS-13. We love them very much.
Bro, this is mad.
We love them very much, sir. We'll take them back. At the heart of the Republican platform is our pledge to end this border nightmare and fully restore the sacred and sovereign borders of the United States of America. And we're going to do that on day one.
Bro, you said the border thing. What?
That means two things on day one, right? Drill, baby, drill, and close our borders.
You do all that in one day? Oh my God.
And
This
by the
motherfucker's
way,
crazy.
and I think everybody, as a Republican, as a patriot in this room, and most Democrats, we want people to come into our country, but they have to come into our country legally. Legally. Less than 4 years ago, I handed this administration the strongest border in American history. But you can see on the chart that saved my life, that was the chart that saved my life. I said, look it, I'm so proud of it. I think it's one of the greatest. It was done by the Border Patrol, one of the greatest charts I've ever seen. It showed everything just like
The
that.
greatest
the
chart you ever seen.
Oh, there it is. That's
What?
pretty good. Wow. Last time I put up that chart, I never really got to look at it.
What's happening?
But without that chart, I would not be here today. Never got to look at it. I said, you got to see this chart. I was so proud of it. And by the time I got to there, I never got to see it that day. But I'm seeing it now, and I was very proud. And if you look at the arrow in the bottom, that's the lowest level, the one on the bottom, heavy red arrow. That's the lowest level of illegal immigrants ever to come into our country in recorded history, right there. Right there. And that was my last week in office. And then you see what happened after I left. Look at the rest. And if you go out a little bit further, it's getting to be a little bit old.
What
but I
the
love it
fuck?
anyway, right? but you can go much higher with those numbers. Look what happened right after that. The invasion began. We had the opposite. We stopped the invasion, but the invasion that we stopped was peanuts by comparison to what happened after I left. Look at what happened after I left. They took over our country. We ended all catch and release. We shut down asylum fraud. We stopped human trafficking and forged historic agreements to keep illegal aliens on foreign soil. We want them to stay on their soil. Under the Trump administration, if you came in illegally, you were apprehended immediately and you were deported. You went right back. The current administration terminated every single one of those great Trump policies that I put in place to seal the border. I wanted a sealed border. Again, come in, but come in legally. You know how unfair it is? So many people, hundreds of thousands of people have been working for years to come into our country.
I can't.
And now they see these people pour into our country at levels that are unprecedented, so unfair. And we're not going to do it. We're not going to stand for it. They suspended wall construction, ended remain.
Right.
And this administration does absolutely nothing to stop them.
Bro. I can't do it, bro. I can't. I tried, bro. I can't, bro. What is this? The joint froze. I can't. I just can't. Like if you're somebody just your first time coming in to Trump, I don't know who that person can be, but let's say he been running for 9 years. Let's say you was in high school when he first ran. You weren't paying no attention to this shit, right? And you tune in tonight just to say, all right, fuck, who the fuck is Trump, man? Because since I was little, I've been hearing such and such. What are you gonna do? You know, you really don't know what he gonna do. After all that, it's like, I don't even want to dissect this motherfucker's speech because he didn't even, bruh. Everybody seen the video, his ass standing there and that joint hit his ear. So he went over a whole hour of, I guess, step-by-step details of that shit. And then he got a chart up. Like, what kind of speech is this, bruh? This shit is so... I don't know what to say, yeah. I don't even know what to say. I really, other than tomorrow night.
Over the world are going down because they're taking their criminals and they're putting them into our country. A certain country, and I happen to like the president of that country very much, but he's been getting great publicity because he's a wonderful shepherd of the country. He says how well the country's doing because their crime rate is down. And he said he's training all of these rough people. They're rough. He's training them. And I've been reading about this for 2 years. I think, oh, that's wonderful. Let's take.
This nigga is rambling for real. I know somebody over there is telling him, wrap it up. Like, this nigga will say shit like the war in Russia. Oh, that would never happen to our president. It's inflation. Oh, that would never happen to our president. Oh my God. And that's just it. It's nothing. He's not giving off no facts and then saying what he would do to change the facts or enhance the facts. It was the greatest thing ever in the world, ever type talk. Like, I can't take it, bro. I really can't take him, bro. I can't. So I really can't, man. So I got to pull out of him. All right, look, we tried. I tried. to listen to this motherfucker talk, bro. It's the same shit, man. The Sun gave it up earlier about the schools. One of the other speakers gave the shit up about immigration. One of the other speakers gave the shit out about the Department of Education. And he confirmed it all in his speech that 2025 is it. It's what we doing. 2025 is going to be it. And at this point, man, it's just like, you know, I don't know about you, bro, but at this point, you got some in the background too. At this point, man, it just feels like I can't even listen to him no more, to be honest with you. Because it's hard to explain, bro. It's like, it's not somebody just saying, all right, this the future and this the things I want to do to make that situation better, right? He's just pointing out stuff and saying it wouldn't happen if I was here and moving on.
He been talking for about an hour and he ain't saying shit. He ain't gave you no policies. He gave you some slick racist shit. I'm trying to figure out how, if the illegals are coming taking the black jobs and the illegals are Hispanics, how the illegals coming to take Hispanic jobs too? I'm yet to figure it out.
This whole speech is incoherent. First, he went into the immigration before a long time ago.
Right. But he won't say nothing about he stopped the bill.
And then he's doing it 3 more times. He's saying the same thing again about immigration.
Man, hey, they trashing the speech online, but you know, Republicans.
I hope. I'm just being honest. Just listen to it. It's like, what are we doing? Is he still talking?
Sure.
He can't be.
Rambling is trembling number 2.
Hey, it be sometimes we be doing shit live and we don't be knowing how other people thinking, and we just be giving our, you know what I'm saying? And we realize everybody's thinking like that. It's like, it's like, what is happening? At the end, you would not remember anything he said other than when he was talking about when he got shot in the ear, bro.
That's all.
I'm amazed. I gotta see what's saying. I gotta see what these people say. But as far as me and you concerned is, tomorrow night is our night. This here, to me, anything you say after this, we can really go over it tomorrow. To be honest with you, bro, I tried to listen to him, hoping he had some type of vision for it, right? So we can dissect it and debate it. He literally talked for an hour. It's nothing for us to debate.
Nothing.
I don't even know what he's saying.
This is terrible. And for the Democrats that started this shit and doing this shit to do this shit right now.
Wait, he's still
Oh, he's still going. I'm ahead of you. He's still
what can
going.
He say? What can he be saying?
Man, he making up. This dude is making shit up as he going on.
These were incredible people who died. Tonight, America, this is my vow. I will not let these killers and criminals into our country.
Bro, you know what? It looked like you're reading this shit. It might be this long for real.
Huh?
I'm guessing this shit might be this long for real because he actually reading this off a teleprompter.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think half that shit can't be on the teleprompter. Ain't nobody typed that much shit and put it on the teleprompter. Making some of that shit up as he go along. Fuck that.
Can this be the longest speech in history?
I will keep our sons and daughters safe.
I don't know.
As we bring security to our streets, we will help
What is the
bring
longest speech?
stability to the world.
He got these people
I was the first president in modern times to start no new wars. You know, we were the toughest. We were the most respectful.
What is the longest speech in history?
And you saw this.
What was it?
Hungry,
I
strong
don't know.
country run by very powerful, tough leaders. Tough
I ain't even trying to guess what the longest speech is. I know this motherfucker
and he came
rambling.
out recently. They were asking him at an interview.
And he just
The
not
whole
saying
world
nothing.
is exploding. What's happening? What's going on? Viktor Orban, Prime Minister of Hungry,
Well,
very
watch.
tough man.
That's how you can tell the media in the pink because they gonna love this shit.
I don't want people coming
They
into
gonna
my
say, "Knock
country
it off
and
the
blowing up
park."
our shopping centers and killing people. But they said to him, tell us what's going wrong, what's happening, what is it? He said, there's only one way you
We
can
got the
solve it.
Civil
You
War
gotta
area
bring
speech.
President Trump back to the United States because he
We in
kept
Civil War.
everybody at bay.
We're at Civil War time. We gotta be.
Got to be. He used a word I wouldn't use because I can't use that word. Because you'd say it was braggadocious. The press would say he was a braggart. I'm not a braggart. But Viktor Orban said it. He said Russia was afraid of him. China
Oh my
was afraid
God.
of him.
They done
Everybody
voted
was
Viktor
afraid
Orban
of
in Russia.
him. Nothing was going to happen. The whole world was at peace. And now the world is blowing up around us. All of these things that you read about were not going to happen. What? Under President Bush, Russia invaded Georgia. Under President Obama, Russia took Crimea. Under the current administration, Russia is after all of Ukraine. Under President Trump, Russia took nothing.
Didn't have to take nothing. You gave
We
it to him.
defeated 100% of ISIS in Syria and Iraq, something that was said to take 5 years, sir. It'll take 5 years, sir. We did it in a matter of a couple of months. We have a great military. Our military is not woke. It's just some of the fools on top that are woke.
This motherfucker might go to 12 o'clock.
I got along very well. North Korea, Kim Jong-un, I got along very well with him. The press hated when I said that. How could you get along with him? Well, you know, it's nice to get along with somebody who has a lot of nuclear weapons or otherwise, isn't it? See, in the old days, they say that's a wonderful thing. Now they say, how could you possibly do that? But no, I got along with them, and we stopped the missile launches from North Korea. Now North Korea is acting up again, but when we get back, I get along with him. He'd like to see me back too. I think he misses me, if you want to know the truth. Our opponents inherited a world at peace and turned it into a planet of war. We're in a planet of war. Look at that attack on Israel. Look at what's happening with Ukraine. The cities are just bombed out. How can people live like that where buildings, massive buildings are falling to the ground?
This
It
shit is
began
crazy.
to unravel with the disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan, the worst humiliation in the history of our country. We have never had a humiliation like that. 13 heroic U.S. service members were tragically and needlessly killed. 45 others. were
Person delivered
horrifically
the
wounded. Nobody
longest
ever talks about them.
inaugural speech.
No arms, no legs.
8,460
Face
words.
explosions. Horrifically wounded. And by the way, we have a
That was a
man
presidential speech.
in this room who's running for the U.S. Senate
This got to break the record, bro.
from a great state, Nevada, named Sam Brown.
Bro,
paid
this
the
got to break
ultimate
the record of
price.
the longest position. It got to.
Thank you, Sam.
This got to
Thank
be
you,
longer than
Sam.
my man Abraham Lincoln's speech, bro. God.
Thank you.
It's long.
He paid the biggest price probably ever paid by anybody that is running for office, and I think he's going to do great. He's running against a person that is not good, not respected, a total lightweight. But Sam, I think, paid really, we were talking about it with some of the senators that are working so hard for Sam. But he paid the biggest price.
Damn, Lincoln's speech was
of
only
any
2 minutes.
senator ever to run for the Senate. I don't think anybody's ever
Got him
what he
beat by a
did.
long shot.
He's a real hero, a really great person, and he's running. And I hope that everybody gets out
Holy
and votes for
fuck.
Sam Brown.
Hey, bro, we got to, hey, whoever tuning in right now tonight, we appreciate y'all a whole fucking lot, right?
Hold on.
But we definitely be in.
And we also left behind $85 million worth of military equipment.
Me and my man,
along with many
at this
American
point,
citizens, were left behind.
My man rambling like shit.
Many
bro.
American
he been
citizens
rambling for five minutes after
emboldened
the
by that
speech
disaster.
started.
Russia invaded Ukraine. They saw
Where's
this.
your other line, you know, where he sliced up
They
the
took the
bull?
soldiers out first. No, we're going to take the soldiers out second.
And he ain't said
If they would have
shit.
followed my plan, we had a great plan. But the plan only kicked in if they did everything perfectly, and they weren't doing things perfectly. So we said,
I'm gonna be honest with you, okay?
kick
I
in. You know,
understand if y'all like
18 months
Trump,
in
y'all magging and
Afghanistan,
everything, but
we
y'all
didn't
can't
have
sit
one,
up
so
there.
they were
Y'all-
killing them left and right.
Y'all understand what's going on
snipers.
right now for sure. Y'all ain't gonna tell me y'all do that.
I spoke to the head
I might
of
like 'em and
the
everything.
Taliban.
Y'all gotta be confused.
You've heard this story.
They don't press Republicans
Abdul, still
about,
there, still the head of the Taliban.
his speech and
the
the
press got
lies
on me.
and
Why would you
rambling
speak
on
to
and
him? I
on
said,
and on.
because that's where the
They
killing
don't
is.
media don't do
I
say
don't have to
something
speak
about
to
this
somebody
shit.
that
You
has
know-
nothing to
you
do
know
with it.
it's
And
a
I told
plot.
him, don't ever do that.
Holy shit.
Because during the Obama administration, many
Hold on. Is
great
these
people
words on the
and
telephone?
soldiers,
Like,
a lot of soldiers
who
were being
gave you
killed
these
from
mean
long
words?
distance. I said, if you keep doing that, you're going to be hit.
Motherfucker type that much shit is put in that
Am I
teleprompter.
behind or something?
That
Is he
motherfucker
still
got
talking?
teleprompter.
It's over, right?
Nah, it ain't over. We still going.
I gotta be behind, bro. Oh my god. All right. All right, y'all.
Look, they ain't even clapping no more. You about to see that he about to say some shit. They ain't even clapping no more. They ready to go.
Bro, I don't know what's happening no more. What? Who wrote this shit? Okay. All right. Look. Now, y'all already know we don't fuck with Republicans. We don't fuck with Trump. But we do want to engage in their convention and everything, get to hear what they want to say. We actually want to hear people and shit, right? But, bro, how many times we gonna hear the same thing? Everything would have been beautiful if I was president. Like, he is literally not saying
this is not even. He not even frying nobody up. This ain't even a good speech. This is
I gotta hear what happens after this. I would be surprised if somebody get on that TV and be like, "There was a the greatest speech I ever." Bruh,
Van Jones is still out
don't
there.
do it, Van Jones, bruh. Like, man, Tony gotta get out of here.
Yeah, we do. What is it? Damn, it's
Right
almost
here.
12 o'clock.
This right here.
You know what? I'm looking at the damn time on the TV, and I forgot Milwaukee is behind us.
This ain't gonna do it. All right. So y'all can't tell us that this is the end of that convention. So y'all can't tell us we motherfucking biased or whatever the fuck. We watch every night. Y'all watched it with us.
We sure did.
And we critiqued every motherfucker from what they said out their mouths.
We tried.
You know what I'm saying? And we gave Trump the night. It was his night for us to listen.
That we did. I ain't heard shit.
He stopped?
Nah, I'm here. Yeah.
Did he stop?
Hell no, he's still going. He talking about he talking about some people at the shipyard.
All right, look. Tomorrow, we're not even gonna break this speech down. There's nothing to break down with this shit here, to be honest with you. It's the
Yeah, we
same
talking about
old
something
Trump
else.
shit, and he just rambling.
We gotta talk about
I
something
don't
else.
all this rambling. When me and my man get off this thing, what we do, we always listen to news and whatever the fuck like that. If this is not called rambling, my guy, if this is not automatically seen as what the hell was he doing, bruh, the fix is in. Biden is toast. They trying to get in the out of here.
They
Like,
talk
what
about
the fuck
they
on?
gonna really put the press on. They gonna really put the press on Biden. I'm telling you, I think for the weekend up, he might be out. Because
This speech is not worse than I've done listening to Biden the last 2 weeks, bro.
But they're gonna press him out because they think now,
not
he's
one
going,
speech
he's
needed.
beatable. They saying this motherfucker's on TV for over an hour tripping. He just rambling. He's going on and on like he's going senile or something.
Like, what the fuck is going on? Hey, so look, we're gonna catch y'all live in the pit where we're gonna break down more shit than this because this is almost irrelevant, bro. But we did want to do the motherfucking Republican joint to show y'all we ain't just blindly hating motherfuckers. We just showed y'all all the hating wives out there. You know what I'm saying, dog? All through this week, we showed y'all through each person why we can't stand these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying, dog? But right now, at this point, we try to listen to Trump. We tried, right?
Tried.
And I don't even know what's happening.
And he's still going. He's talking about cancer now.
We was gonna chop it up, break them down tonight. It's like it's not even over yet. So there's no way we can do it. We can't do it, bro. Like, god damn. So appreciate everybody, man. Y'all, everybody got us over 200 subscribers. We appreciate y'all a whole lot. All the hoodies out there to be coming, checking us out, man, leaving messages, man. We appreciate y'all a whole lot, man. You know what I'm saying, dog? We just try and grow, talk to as many black people we can, many motherfuckers, likewise people we can, have a conversation, debate, like me and my man always have on this joint. And that's it, man. We tried our best with these motherfucking Republicans, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just to listen to them at least. So when y'all hear us talk, we won't be biased. To like, y'all be like, y'all niggas that never hear them. Y'all don't know what they talking about. Yeah, we heard them. Y'all saw us here. We listen to every one of these clowns, yeah.
This shit is terrible.
And we out. Be honest with you, bro. God damn.
He might be ready to wind it up. I think I forgot about another 10 minutes ago for real. This shit is.
Do it feel like when he talking, he about to stop?
Yeah, but see, this the whole thing. This whole convention for the Republicans is about optics. It's about what it looked like. They pushing what it looked like and unity and all that other shit. But if
they're not talking like that,
they ain't talking about nothing. You look at the speakers they put out there. They put out Amber Rose. They put out a motherfucker that just got out of jail an hour before the convention, and they gave him a speech.
Everything was hate. Everything was hate.
Like,
hate.
Yeah, then you gonna put a racist Hulk Hogan out there with that fucking racist hillbilly Kid Rock, and this. Come on. Then you had.
Matter of fact, let's finish. God damn.
Look, check this out. They got all the black people out in this convention early in the week.
Yeah, that's over. That's done.
They got all the black people out.
His night.
Byron Donalds, Ben Carson, Amber Rose, well, she ain't black. They got all the black or colored people out the first 2 days. You seen for last night and tonight, this motherfucker been all white. The audience been all white, damn near. You might got one or two black people you see up in there.
I know niggas feel ashamed. They don't even feel ashamed of themselves, Tony.
Racist.
What's the nigga name that said the 60s was good for us? Jim Crow. These niggas gotta feel. They don't even feel ashamed of themselves, do they?
Fuck, they don't feel no shame.
It was literally to use in front of our face.
That shit don't apply to them. No, they got all the black people out early this week, and then last 2 nights they went straight.
Get y'all out early. Get y'all the fuck out our faces.
And they ain't tripping.
Then we all races on y'all ass.
Oh my god.
Okay, one thing with you. All right, before we get out of here, the overall picture of the convention to me is full-blown hate and testosterone. Like, it's just all about white men on this thing.
All about.
If y'all ain't get that out of everything from this motherfucking joint, it is about white men, bro.
Yeah.
That was made real clear. If you watched and me and my man watched it. Y'all can't tell us we ain't see this shit. We watched every night. And all we got is what I just told you. It's all about the white man, my guy. This tonight right here really
no Van. No, you don't.
Hogan.
No, you didn't, Van. No, you didn't, Van. Van about to get back in the frying pan.
So is the speech over?
A tweet out. It's a tweet out. Hold tight. It's a tweet out. Van Jones said the last time he was at a convention that felt like this, it was 2008 with Obama. No, it wasn't. No, this is not even close to 08 and Obama. They had to move Obama's speech to the fucking football field on the last night because so many people was trying to get in.
And this joint empty. What is he talking about?
Come on, no. This does not feel like close to Obama 2008. Don't do that, man.
This has got to be ridiculous, bro. I'm sorry, bro. He cannot still be talking.
Oh, he's still talking.
For filling up your gas.
Think of it. They spent $9 billion on 8 charges, 3 of which didn't work.
Oh, he done fucked up. The auto workers who came out.
And if you were going to do this,
You ain't talking
all
about the
over
auto
our
workers
country,
earlier.
this crazy electric mandate,
UAW sent out
you're
a
going to
message
do this all.
like
And by the way,
Donald Trump is a scab and a billionaire, and that's who he represents. We know which side we're on, not his. Oh, so
or a hybrid, they're going to be able to do it, and we're going to make that change on day 1.
Hey, bro. I don't even know what to say no more.
Ain't nothing you can say.
A few short days ago, my journey with you nearly ended. We know that.
You did that
And
again?
He's still going.
You about to say that again? I think everything he said 3 times by now, bro.
Yeah. Oh, let me see. I'm 3 minutes. Okay. I'm 3 minutes ahead of y'all feed.
He still ain't done?
No, he not done.
All right, we out, bro. Yeah, catch us tomorrow night, Creed, and the rest of the motherfucker, everybody will be tuning in, man. We appreciate y'all a whole lot. Rob G.
Creed, Rob G.
Tomorrow, check us out where we really can talk about some shit. Because right now,
this shit is
right
crazy.
We can't help it. This right here,
he ain't saying shit.
This over the top for us, bro. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying, dog? Like whenever the Democrat joint come, we're gonna cheat them too. But this right here is just over the top.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So we're gonna have to catch y'all tomorrow night.
12 o'clock. Fuck no. This motherfucker done gone to midnight.
What the fuck?
Unmatched devotion. Man, let's go ahead, man. Go ahead. End this. We see y'all tomorrow night on Hoodview Politics. That's Hoodview Politics on YouTube, Twitch. Hey, they fucking with us. Like, we can't get on X right now.
Yeah, that's probably it. Hey, I'm telling you, X to suck my bro. We are not giving your white ass no money to go live. It ain't happening.
Fuck no, because you spend all that money you ain't want to spend. Sucker.
Shit. We ain't motherfucking. Me and my man is not Timberlake in them. Timberland, whatever.
We
Fuck.
can hype Twitch.
Me and my man is not these 2 clowns.
No, that
I
ain't
don't give a fuck. It's 5 cents. Your white ass ain't getting a dime to get in Trump. Fuck you.
Fuck
you. Got me fucked up. Your platform will be one we will not be on. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? We just put videos out. We ain't gotta go live. Fuck your ass.
We ain't. It's a way to more than one way to skin a cat.
Yeah, we ain't doing that dumb shit.
But yeah, we on shit. We on Facebook, Instagram. We everywhere. And don't forget, check us out. Check out the
Twitch
YouTube channel. This type of Hoodview Politics will come up. We got like 200 some videos on there.
Oh shit! Yeah,
full pods, clips.
We're hard workers. We middle class podcast. We're a middle class podcast. We definitely work, boy. Look at the numbers. 2 years, 300 motherfucking videos. That tell you what the fuck going on here. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Yeah.
You feel me, dog? Don't play with us when we get to that shit. You know what I'm saying? But we'll be back tomorrow, for sure, man. Because right now, this is not tolerable. You know what I'm
talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV. You know what I'm saying? We're coming straight from the hood. We the hood view.